need to get a stop. Michael Jordan won the NBA Defensive Player of the Year once. It was on the All-Defensive Team 9 times. LeBron James has never won the Defensive Player of the Year, made All-Defense 6 times. And how about winning time? Michael Jordan never lost in the finals 6-0. LeBron has lost 5 times, has been swept, and lost 2 series after being up 2-1. And finally, Michael Jordan is the Babe Ruth of basketball. All-time talents like LeBron, Kobe, KD, AI, they've all grown up wearing Michael's number or imitating his game, trying, wanting to be like Mike. The best of the best will always be measured against Jordan now and 50 years from now. The 90s Bulls versus the now Golden State Warriors. Who would win in a 7-game series? This is a tough one. Let's start with the guards. No one shoots the 3 in NBA history like the Warriors backcourt. Steph and Clay, 592 three-pointers made. And no one has ever scored and defended like Michael Jordan, 10-time scoring champion, 3-time NBA steals leader. Ron Harper, an excellent defender. Steve Kerr could shoot the 3. Give the edge to the Bulls at the guard spot. The forwards, Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman versus Kevin Durant and Draymond Green. Durant, as tough a cover as there is, 4-time scoring champion. Pippen, 8 times on the NBA's all-defensive team. Draymond and Rodman may kill each other. Draymond 14 technicals in 2017. Rodman 29 in 96. Durant a finals MVP. The Warriors get the edge at forward. In the middle, Luke Longley, Bill Wennington, Zaza Pachulia, JaVale McGee. Let's call it dead even and barely worth mentioning. The bench. The Bulls would use Tony Kukoc extensively. He could score and rebound and push the ball. Andre Iguodala would guard Jordan, hoping to wear him down. Give the Bulls a slight edge for Kukoc's scoring ability. The coaches, the Zen master Phil Jackson, 11 rings, and Steve Kerr. Phil gets the nod. The verdict, the Warriors have the better shooters, the tougher system to play against. The Bulls have the best player to ever play the game, 3 players on the all-defensive team. This one is tight, and the world would be watching. The Bulls never went 7 games in the finals. This one, it's going the distance. Gimme Michael Jordan hitting the game winner as time expires. Bulls in 7. How would LeBron James's career be different if he chose to, or had been forced to, under the rules of today, go to college?
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Ask me about my winner. We're going streaking.
We are either going to crown an NBA champion tonight, or we are going to witness the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. Welcome into the live stream. It's Jasmyn Wimbish. It's Josh Wilson. I'm Mark Carman. Kevin Durant is playing. We just watched the highlights of him warming up. We watched him dancing outside the locker room. The dude looks healthy, and I'm here to tell you that if Kevin Durant plays big tonight and the Warriors win, and they win Game 6 and they win Game 7, this would be the greatest story in the history of the NBA Finals. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be. I am here for the drama. I'm here for the excitement. It's great that Katie is back. Jasmyn, Josh, great to see you.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're going with that, considering 4 days ago you were like, oh, it's Raptors in 5, and now we're like, here we are about to witness the greatest comeback in the history of the NBA.
Extremely flip-floppy the past few days.
I said, no, hold on a second now. I said the Raptors, let's just, for everybody who's checking out the chat for the first time here, and by the way, thank you so much for watching with you all night here as we watch the game along with you here. Game 5 of the NBA Finals could end tonight. I said at the beginning of the series, I thought Toronto was going to win the series. Then when KD
in 5, by the way.
At the beginning, I said 7. Mm-hmm. And then when KD didn't come back, and they said for Game 3 he was out for Game 4, I said Raptors in 5. And I still think that the Raptors are going to win tonight and finish it off. However, Kevin Durant is a game changer. I didn't think he was going to come back.
Yeah, I know.
I did not. So here he is, and just from 30 seconds of watching him move around, we haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. Just from the 30 seconds they just showed, looks damn healthy to me. And if he is, there's the potential that this series changes. Because with Kevin Durant, they're the better team.
Yeah, I mean, there's a completely different situation when you're moving around in a game. So we'll see once they're running up and down the court how he's doing and what type of minutes restriction they might have him on. And but yeah, if he's healthy, it's a total game changer. I still think Toronto pulls this one out tonight. I really hope they do. I think Toronto deserves this. Their fans are.
Someone wants to get some sleep on a Thursday.
Well, I do want to get some sleep as well, but
Didn't you say Warriors in 7?
yes, I did.
So
My initial prediction was Warriors in 6.
Okay, fine. And then you moved to Warriors and 7. Why do you want the Raptors to win? You just don't want to see me on Thursday? Is that it? I'm going to be offended.
I'm going to see you either way on Thursday. It's just going to be a different hour.
True.
So I mean, I don't know. The more I think about this Raptors story and how all in they went this year, saying this is our year, we're going to do it this year, and the fact that things have kind of fallen their way, it's just been cool to watch. And these fans, it's fun to watch, and it's cool to watch them get their moment after a lot of disappointment throughout the years.
All those people are going to get colds, by the way, standing out there in Jurassic Park.
I mean,
but it doesn't matter.
Couldn't be me.
you got it. The Raptors fans are amazing. 28 Jurassic Parks and growing. Maybe there's up to 40.
There's one in Rockford, actually. Found that out today.
In Rockford, Illinois?
Rockford, Illinois, because of Fred VanVleet.
Rockford, Illinois is the worst city in America.
Wow.
One of the people that we work with here at FanSided, his name is Matt Verderam. He lives there. It's not because of him. But
I thought that's where you were going with this.
Well,
He made it better.
no, Verderam is uplifting Rockford in ways that Rockford has never been uplifted. But that's interesting that they're doing. There's a Jurassic Park in Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford, Illinois, yeah.
That's cool though. Like
It
they
is.
have these all over the. I mean, it's international now. If they were just
There's
in
one in
Canada
Tokyo.
before,
Yeah.
okay, it's really international
Yeah.
at that point.
I mean, this is the greatest moment in Canada basketball history right here. The Raptors on the verge of taking it down.
I would say, the game was invented by a Canadian. That's pretty much the best.
A Canadian who
doesn't
quickly
count.
moved to America. Basketball was invented in Lawrence, Kansas. Stop it.
It was invented in Massachusetts, I thought.
Yeah, don't be
By a Canadian.
Don't be throwing James Naismith at Canada. This game is
VKU
about America,
VKU alums
man.
hold that very dear to our hearts. The original rules of basketball reside in Lawrence, Kansas.
Interesting.
And those were sold for how much money?
No idea.
I think it was
a lot
like
of
$4 million.
a grip of money. There's a whole museum. You should check it out as basketball fans. It's the greatest arena in all of basketball.
So just a little update on the starting lineup side. Apparently, the Warriors are going with the death lineup to start the game. So KD in the lineup with at least Draymond Green being listed as the center, as they are punting on Boogie, they're punting on Bogut, and Kevon Looney. So, thoughts on the Raptors going with the death lineup?
You mean
The
Warriors.
Warriors going with the death lineup to start.
I mean, it's clearly they're trying to make a statement early out of the gates. They're not screwing around because, I mean, they're facing elimination. So you're going to throw out your best, the Hamptons 5 lineup. It makes sense. I'm interested to see if the Raptors try to exploit KD on the offensive end and if they start attacking him at the gate just to see if he actually is really durable, because anybody can look good making open shots in a, with no one guarding them. I mean, Carmelo Anthony looks great at the Lifetime Fitness in New York City, but it'll be interesting to see if this lineup has to quickly be changed out, especially when Serge Ibaka comes in, and we've seen in Game 4 and Game 3, he was feasting down there in the low post because the Warriors have no depth and they can't trust anyone at the center position. So
yeah, and look, KD can not only can he score the basketball, not only can he guard better than he gets credit for, he also protects the rim pretty damn well, at least when he's healthy.
Yeah, when he's healthy, yeah.
He can be a rim protector. He can be a shot blocker. This is asking a ton. The guy's been out for a month. Hey, Kevin, go out there, score the basketball. By the way, handle that guy Kawhi, and can you protect the rim too, and yet also that thing where we're down 3-1 and we're on the road. We got to win 2 on the road, but let's just start with tonight.
Yeah, but for his ego, this is exactly what he wants, right? He wants the opportunity to say, I pretty much single-handedly was the difference that brought a team down from 3-1.
I mean, I think this does wonders for KD's very fragile ego that he constantly deals with. If they are able to come out and force it to 7 games, I'm hoping that because the worst thing that could happen is he's out there and he's laboring and he's at 60% health,
Yeah.
and the Warriors kind of pressured him into coming back, because there could be that he might not be 100% healthy, and yes, he's jumping up and down and doing a lot of lateral movements and stuff like that. But like Wilson said, it's very different when you're guarding one of the best 3 players in the league, in Kawhi Leonard, who has not been stopped this entire series by the Warriors.
Yeah. And I would say that he's going to, open things up for other players in ways that only he can. But that's kind of what we said when Klay came back, too. It was that the two-man game with him and Steph is going to open things up for the role players on the Warriors. And they just don't have that right now.
I mean, I think that KD comes in and he definitely makes a difference for the Warriors because as a floor spacer, he's able to, if he has the ball, then you are able to have Steph Curry just constantly moving. He hasn't been able to do that. That's like one of the strongest points of his game is he never stops moving on the floor. And if there's 2 guys chasing him around, defending him all night, he can't break free for those wild 3-point shots that he takes. But if everyone's playing man-to-man defense and it's just Kawhi guarding KD, someone's going to get exposed on defense on the Raptors. It's going to happen because the Warriors have been playing like crap, but they're still the Warriors.
For you gamblers out there, just a reminder, we have a couple seconds left to go here if you want to put into play. The Warriors are a 1.5-point favorite tonight. Now, that to me is an extremely interesting line.
Yeah.
On the road, Vegas is giving Durant a ton of credit, and I would say rightfully so. And I would think that a ton of money is on the Raptors tonight. So for those of you who like to fade the public, that line screams to me, put your money on Golden State tonight. As we're about a second away from tip-off. There he is, Kevin Durant, walking onto the court. That's Kevin Durant right there. That's most definitely him.
It's
35.
It's him,
Are you sure?
33 days. His first game in 33 days. 9 games that covers those 33 days. And
That's the craziest stat is that in 33 days we only played 9 games.
Right. Well, and
the series is too damn long.
Kevin's
jumping it up here against Marc Gasol. It'll be interesting to see how they match this thing up.
And we have to do a restart. And Marc Gasol got stepped on.
Did he forget how to play basketball?
What are we doing?
I think Marc Gasol already just got hurt on the opening tip-off.
He most definitely is hobbled.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
They tell KD go out there and injure Marc Gasol in the first play. That's all you're doing tonight?
I mean, they could be using him as a decoy.
So,
which is a great just wrench in there for the Warriors. So
that would almost be as much of a gimmick as boxing 1 if that's the only reason he's out there.
That kind of works.
Yeah.
Apparently to people, I thought it was stupid. But.
Siakam with a nice red headband tonight.
Raptors won the opening tip, and on the first possession, Durant was matched up with Pascal Siakam. So. We're not starting him out on Kawhi Leonard.
Which I was interested to see if they were going to do that because I mean if KD is at 100% health, you want to be able to conserve his energy. You don't want him out there guarding Kawhi the entire game. Everyone's going to get switched through anyway, so and Steph Curry for 3.
Steph for 3, boom. Bang. And on the other end, Kawhi is guarding KD. So
KD's on Pascal right
interesting
now.
Cross matchup going on here. And already that seemed like just a little drop freer for Steph with KD on the court. Marc Gasol in the lane, short shot is good.
Wow, that was like a shot put that he just put up in the air. Damn.
This is the Raptors, as we all know, you're really gonna have to earn this now. You're gonna have to beat the Warriors in an elimination game with Durant. Fadeaway shot by Klay Thompson off the rim, no good. That was a tough shot, rebound to the Raptors. Here comes Pascal Siakam in the lane, steps by Draymond, no foul. Could have been a foul. Warriors the rebound, they run the other way. Steph left baseline all the way to the hole. Easy layup is in. 5-2.
Steph I think is gonna have a big night just because the Raptors are going to be concerned with Kevin Durant all night, and because of that, they're going to lose track of Steph Curry on a lot of occasions, and he's going to break loose for plays like that and like that 3-pointer that he had.
Things get a little bit easier for him. I mean, when he had to do everything, he scored 47. Yeah. So if it's just kind of a little bit more free-flowing for him, he can definitely pop off.
Like, yes, it's the scoring and all of that is what you – and as KD shoots his first shot.
KD 3 is in.
Back. He's back.
He is he is in rhythm right there, and he knocked it down. 8-2. How many minutes? Let's put a guess on it. How many minutes do you think he plays tonight?
Well, I think he looks fine, so I think there's not going to be any minutes restriction on him. I mean, probably like 35.
In a game like this where you're facing elimination, can you put a minutes restriction on him? I mean,
why else have him out there?
If the doctors are saying he has to, then I guess that's one thing. But if not, you play him until he says he can't play anymore.
Like Pascal Siakam's got to get out.
Before he
Jogging.
hit that three, he was calling for the basketball. No shyness on a Kevin Durant right now. You got to like to see that. 8-2 Warriors as Gasol makes a free throw. 8-3. We've played just a little bit shy of 2 minutes, as you see. 10:02 left here in the first quarter. The Raptors, there's got to be some process going on in that head right now. Okay, let's not overstate that Durant's out there, but Kevin Durant is out there, and that's not something that you're not going to have to deal with.
I think this is probably.
Siakam, you got to take that. Come on, don't think about it.
I think this is probably one of the most must-win games for a team that's up 3-1 in a playoff series.
Mark Gasol 3.
Mark Gasol from out front,
Papa Mark
bang,
night.
And the Warriors coming right back down here. Let's see what they do. Klay Thompson in the lane, off for Iguodala. Now it's around to Thompson. KD for 3, and it's in. Wow. That is impressive. 11-6.
I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think he looks all right.
I think that month off did him wonders.
Well, we'll really know that he's okay for real, though, when he goes on the drive and throws one down.
Yeah.
Like shooting the jump shot, okay, we got that.
Well, it's just amazing how night and day, we've just in the first couple minutes, we've seen the Warriors. The pace is so much faster when Kevin Durant is out there on the floor. Their offense is way more free-flowing. Like, it's ridiculous.
Remember when there was this narrative that, the Warriors don't need KD?
Which is the dumbest thing
A couple
anyone's
weeks
ever
ago?
said. Whoever first said that is the dumbest person in the world. I'm sorry. That's just stupid.
Kawhi in the lane, short shot, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds. I think that's going to be off Pascal Siakam, but they rule it off of the Warriors. Maybe Iguodala got it. I think they missed that call. We're not going to get a replay with 9:16 to go in the first quarter, so the Raptors will inbound. Marc Gasol has it. All right. For the record, I could have missed it. Very rare that I ever make a mistake, though. Marc Gasol out to Kawhi.
They drew a double on Marc Gasol.
Kawhi all the way. Ooh.
Did they not?
That was a travel?
That was a hell of a travel.
And a hell
They're
of
saying he touched that the Warriors touched the ball, but
Wouldn't that be a jump ball?
Yeah, interesting.
He apparently
Choice.
lost it enough to able to get it back.
Oh,
Danny!
Danny Green.
Danny with the steal.
Danny Green picking Steph Curry and the
Wow,
Warriors.
you don't see that often from Kawhi Leonard. Just
That's his
Coughing it up
that
like that.
playmaking ability that he is lacking. That's
Cool.
his one weakness.
Kawhi caught it and had it poked away very skillfully by Draymond Green. Warriors the basketball in the post. And now a nice cut by Steph Curry down the lane for a layup. Good play.
and that's
again.
some more of the ease of gameplay that happens when they have
Steph
another
Curry must be
threat on the
so
floor.
happy right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh my God. Like he was exhausted in game 4 because of his game 3 performance. And now he probably just feels like, I'm just going to put up like a cool 25 points tonight. All right, Danny Green's still alive.
Corner
For
jumper
2.
for Danny Green, had a foot on the line, 13-10. You make a great point, Jasmine, about rest. If this favors the Warriors, that in between games 3 and 4, there's only one day. Today, 2 days. Play for 3, bam, 16-10. There's two days in between games 4 and 5. 2 days off in between 5 and 6. 2 days off in between 6 and 7. All of that
Nice take by Siakam. Wow.
is good for the Warriors, and a beautiful drive indeed by Pascal Siakam, 16-12.
Danny Green almost had that steal on Draymond too.
You were right about the pace, too. They are going up and down here.
This is when the Warriors are at their most dangerous. When like Nick Nurse after game 2, when the Warriors were killing them in transition, he's like, we just did not get back on defense. And this is what's happening. They don't set up and someone's open.
Another open 3 banged down by Klay. 19 points here in 5 minutes.
And we'll talk a lot about obviously how many minutes Kevin Durant plays, but how many minutes this lineup specifically plays together is really important for both the Warriors and the Raptors.
Damn, just keep them out there the entire time. The Warriors. Like, I don't trust anybody else to be out there if you're.
Yeah, I mean, you
Steve
definitely
Kerr, nobody else played up.
keep them out there as long as you possibly can, right?
Yeah, but then again, this also probably instills some sort of confidence in the bench, knowing that, okay, the pressure isn't on us to step up and score 15, 20 points now.
Yeah.
We can go out there and just do our minor things that we're used to doing because KD's back.
Maybe it opens things up in the same way that we've seen for Steph already, in different ways for the bench. Yeah.
Beautiful feed from Kyle Lowry to Marc Gasol off a pick and roll. Gasol getting fouled, shooting 2 free throws right now. First one on the way and good.
Klay Thompson already has 2 fouls.
That's a big development. Steve Kerr leaving him in the game. They were just talking about it, but that is a big-time development right there. He's got 2 fouls.
Coming out now.
And is he coming out?
No, timeout.
Okay. Yeah, he's got 2 fouls. He also got 6 points on 4 shots in 5 minutes. Firing away. Steph Curry's 3 for 3. He's got 7. Iggy has not shot the basketball. And Kevin Durant, 2 for 2. 2 shots, 6 points. That is extreme efficiency right there.
I think we're going to see both teams score like north of 120 points tonight. Like, if both teams keep shooting at this clip, like Danny Green made a shot. Like, the first shot he took, he made it. That's a great sign if you're the Raptors.
Danny Green made 2 shots, right?
Oh, he did? Didn't see the other one.
He made a corner 2-pointer and then.
That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just made one.
Who am I
One.
thinking of?
You're imagining Marc Gasol's got a couple of buckets. You're maybe confused.
Marc Gasol's got 7.
Danny Green had a steal. Don't know why I thought that
Hall
was
of
a
Famer
point,
Marc
but-
Gasol, by the way. 7 points.
The Hall of Famer.
He's 3
Marc
quarters away from getting
Gasol.
his ring to secure his Hall of Fame spot.
I'm getting there on Marc Gasol. I am
He's a Hall
getting
of Famer.
closer.
She's not kidding, by the way.
I'm 100% not kidding. Why? Because the NBA Hall of Fame is stupid. That's why. Everybody.
We got Marc Gasol in the Hall of Fame. We got Andre Iguodala in the Hall of Fame. We might as well put.
Let's put mascots in there. Let's
Yeah.
put the Raptor in there.
No, the greatest mascot of all time is the Phoenix Suns gorilla.
No question. The Gorillas, that's a legendary figure in
That
the
dude
history
gets.
of the
He
NBA.
got. I
I'm
think
all
they
for
did like a
any
30
mascot.
for 30 on him. Honestly.
I'm all for any mascot getting into the Hall of Fame other than Benny the Bull.
Feel free to add in the chat. They're greatest mascots in the history of the NBA. Benny the Bull, I see you in Chicago.
And Wilson does not like Benny the Bull.
You
so-
can't just throw popcorn at
Which
people.
we are going to 100% put that on Twitter so that he comes to the office and pours popcorn on him at work.
If that happened, I would hate it, but that would also be really awesome.
Benny the Bull, not only does he pour popcorn, he also sprays that, what is that, confetti
Silly string?
cheese? Yeah, silly string.
Yeah, confetti cheese. That'd be
Confetti
disgusting.
cheese.
Confetti
That'd be
cheese.
clumpy as hell.
Yeah.
Gross.
If I ever see Benny the Bull anywhere near me with a bag of popcorn, I am running as fast as I can.
That's not a good look for you.
Well, how
running,
about we,
running away from mascots. Yes, sir.
we
yes,
do-
ma'am.
Mascots are terrifying.
How would we do a trivia question to start off the night here?
Okay.
Let's get it going. So, if you're new, joining us for this wonderful Game 5 of the NBA Finals, we do some giveaways here. Our first giveaway item is going to be this lovely Everest mug that is dangling on the TV before you or computer screen, whatever. So how this works is I'm going to ask a trivia question. You're going to give us your answer, not in the chat though. Don't put it there. That's not how you win the game. You're going to send your answer through email. I know it's kind of ancient, but you're going to send it to nbalive@fansided.com. You type your answer in there. First person to answer correctly will get a shout out on the stream. You will get your mug for free. That rhymed. Okay.
Free?
So, no purchase necessary, 18 years or older, U.S. residents only. Sorry to all of our people watching in Canada, I'm sure, and the Philippines and everywhere else that's been shouted out through our, finals run here. First trivia question is, who scored 81 points against the Toronto Raptors in 2006? I understand y'all are up 3-1 in the finals, but we had to humble you guys a little bit, so we had
gotta
to
make sure
recall
you remember
one of the worst moments
came
in
from the
Raptors.
basement.
Yeah, we had to recall one of the worst Raptors moments in history. Who scored 81 points against the Toronto Raptors in 2006?
I don't remember. Was that guy ever compared to the greatest player ever played
I
basketball?
believe he was.
That was so ridiculous.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
So, put your answer in an email, send it to nbalive@fansided.com. First person to answer correctly will get a shout out, will get your mug. You will be a winner.
All right, so a couple questions for you two brilliant basketball minds as we get back to live action here with a couple free throws coming from Marc Gasol. Everybody would, if the Toronto Raptors win tonight, Kawhi Leonard is going to be the MVP of the series. There's no question.
No doubt.
I want to ask you, who do you think has been the second most important Raptor? Free throw good, 1914, Golden State the ball. Who has been the second most important Raptor? Now, I want you to think about all the players, but I also want you to include Nick Nurse, which I think is an acceptable answer.
Didn't you say player?
No, player and Raptor. I just
okay.
said Raptor. So I want Nick Nurse included in this conversation because I think he deserves consideration.
He is certainly up there, but for me, at the end of the day, a coach can, it comes down to the players. Players play.
Yeah, they're the ones
and for me,
producing the
it's
results.
Fred VanVleet.
That's what I was going to say. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, is there really any other answer? He's gone
Sure
out there,
there is.
and I don't know that there is. I think maybe you could say Marc Gasol's been pretty good. Pascal's been good, but a lot of those guys have been up and down. I think Kyle Lowry's even been pretty good this series, but Fred VanVleet has stepped up to the plate in a way that really, we just didn't even know he could get there on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. The fact that he's been able to take on the defensive assignment of guarding Steph Curry, and yes, Curry gotten off for a lot of points throughout the series. He's averaging north of 30, I'm pretty positive. But he's been able, there's a lot of chips that also, factor into that, the fact that the Warriors have been injured and all that kind of stuff. But Fred VanVleet has been playing phenomenally on the defensive end and has had some, diamond games on the offensive end as well. So I think that despite the fact that Pascal Siakam had 2 really good games, I think Fred VanVleet on defense has just been a huge difference maker for the Raptors.
Huge steal for Kawhi. And I think the fact that we can go.
There it is. Nice find. No block by Iggy?
Wow,
No, block by KD.
I think it was Kevon Looney that got that.
Was it? Turnover by Kevon Looney.
Kevon Looney is in the game as the Warriors given who are they giving a rest? They're giving Iggy a little blow here early going, getting some size out there. 19-16 Raptors the basketball. Gasol
They're all
on the,
over Marc Gasol. My God.
really getting to the line tonight. But
they're trying to expose this Gasol with the pick and roll here as they don't. Draymond can't guard him, not big enough. So anyway, Gasol going back to the free throw line.
back
Sean
to
Livingston checking in the game.
second most important Raptor. The fact that, I mean, for me, it's unquestionably Van Vliet, but I could see you arguing for Nick Nurse and a number of different players. The fact that you can do that kind of shows the Raptors have been really good this series. A lot of guys have stepped up to the plate, and I think, at least for me, they're better than I thought they were.
Kevin Durant going out here with 5:47 to go in the first quarter. 3-ball Siakam left corner pocket. Nope. Rebound tipped around. Warriors have it. So he played about 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes, now to the bench. Will be interesting to see how long Steve Kerr keeps him out, and how do they. You don't want him to get.
Oh, nice. Another turnover by the Warriors.
You don't want Durant to get cold sitting there. I don't know if he's going to be riding the bike or not. Wow.
And one.
That was absolutely
And
insane. I don't know
By
how
Kawhi.
how he pulled that ball up, got it down, and then also
The strength, the just sheer strength that Kawhi shows is insane.
He doesn't have the same lift that he normally has, Kawhi, at least in my mind, but that was just a tremendous amount of strength to catch it, go up, take on a little bit of contact, and then still scoop it up and in. And one, right? He's not really.
Damn,
he's
that
getting
was
pulled
crazy.
down.
He's getting
Oh
pulled
my
down.
goodness. That's why he doesn't have lift.
Well, outside of the one lefty dunked down the lane, which was an unbelievable play, as far as, oh, wow. So they're wrapping the calf.
That looks precautionary.
Yeah, probably
to me.
precautionary. Keep him warm.
no doubt. But they're wrapping that calf immediately as he goes to the bench. It's the right calf of Kevin Durant.
It's a very long calf.
It is a very long calf.
Dude's got really long legs.
There's a story that came out this week about Kawhi and I think it was with the Spurs, one of the exercises they would do, something with a plate, and they would put plates on like weights, and they would, squat basically, and they put an insane amount on, and he did it no problem, and the machine
job,
actually
Mark
broke, and that's how they
Damn.
stopped that exercise. Was Kawhi just broke the machine.
That makes
Love it.
sense with Kawhi and his ridiculous strength.
Yeah.
That was an incredible play by Kyle Lowry with Gasol running the pick and roll, and Lowry a little hesitation, acting like he's going himself, then dropping it off. Got Gasol a little short, easy 3-footer, and he knocked it in.
Toronto now up.
Toronto with an 8-0 run here. They were down, or I make that a 9-0 run. It was 19-12, now 21-19. Raptors jumper for Curry is in. Steph looks good. The Warriors look tired in Game 4. They don't look tired right now.
They look tired. They look defeated. They look tired in both Game 3 and Game 4, honestly, because Steph had to, put on a heroic effort and still wasn't enough. But I think KD coming back gives them a jolt of energy. It's like it's their missing link. He obviously does more than just scores the ball. It's a lot of the intangibles that he does for them on both ends of the floor.
And their season is on the line. Baseline jumper.
Raptors take the lead.
Under pressure, Pascal Siakam against the shot clock, too. Knocks it in. 23-21 Raptor.
Carm, who is your answer for second most important?
I go with
Raptor?
Pascal. I mean, he's just been all over the court. Now, he's been inconsistent at scoring at times, but I've just been super impressed. All playoffs long. Here he is again in the lane, misses the short shot. Nick Nurse is a great answer, though, and I don't think I'm sorry. Fred VanVleet is an excellent answer, and I think for me, what Nick Nurse has done in this series, you can't overstate his impact on the team. I don't think the Raptors would be here without him. I really don't.
Well, I mean, he's coached to an extremely high level, right? Like, he looked at the personnel he had on his team, and he used it to a great degree. Like, he looked at VanVleet and saw an incredible defender, and basically implored it into him.
His in-game adjustments have been phenomenal. The way he's flipped the starting lineup going to the second half is everybody knows the Warriors go off in the third quarter. We want Fred out there to try to negate some of their energy guard stuff. I mean, I just think he's been very creative.
Yeah.
The box in one, done a lot of stuff. Steph for 3 on the way. Nope,
Called a
foul
foul. That was late.
on Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, that was lame.
Stop.
Yeah, that third quarter when he started Fred VanVleet over Danny Green last game, I think was probably the most important quarter for the Raptors, because if the Warriors get off in that quarter and they come back, they would have had, it's at home for them, like they would have had a chance to come back and win that game. And instead, the Raptors stifled any chance of them getting off any sort of run for the remainder of the second half.
Yeah.
And it started in that third half.
Did you guys think that was
A foul?
I know at the time, no, not that. Starting Van Vliet in that third quarter, did you guys think that was particularly bold? I felt like that was just the right thing to do.
Yeah, no, that wasn't bold. Danny Green had a
But a lot of
atrocious
people
game.
are talking about it as if like that's
No.
the boldest thing he could have done.
I wouldn't call it super. I wouldn't call it like over the top bold, but I would call it just very smart and a little bit unconventional. Most coaches don't change their starting lineup to start the second half.
That's one of the things. Like Nick Nurse has never been here, and maybe that's kind of working for him to a degree, where it's just like, I don't know what the right way to behave is, so I'm just going to do what kind of feels right for me, and some of it might be unconventional, but it's working.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. He's making decisions what he believes is the best choice for his team. He's not worried about what people are thinking. He's including his guys to a point at least in the decision. Hey guys, especially with the box one. Hey guys, what do you think about this? It shows the confidence they have in their head coach. Young head coach, by the way, first time head coach in the NBA. Yeah, Nick. Okay, we got it. We haven't done that all year. I haven't done that since high school. But I'm in with it.
Boxing one was really bold because what it sounded like was that they never even ran it in practice, and to run something in a game that you've never even practiced.
I mean, they didn't win that game though. That's what, like the whole like, oh my god, it's so creative to run the ball. The shit didn't work. Like they lost.
They should have won that game for sure.
It did work though. You can't just look at the result. They came back.
Yeah, it worked for 5 minutes, but the whole concept of the box and one is there's one threat on the floor. Steph Curry still went off. That was the whole point of that defensive scheme, and he still got off for however many points he scored that game.
Yeah, but not in those minutes. To me, not in those minutes particularly. That was a completely wasted game because then the next time you bring that out, the Warriors have already seen it. They should have won that game, and if that was the case, obviously the series would be over. But
he did it out of desperation because Steph was going off to the level that he was, and Kawhi, for the record, if he had grabbed the errant ball that was in the air off the press.
Yeah.
Maybe Toronto does win that game, and we're not even sitting here right now. The Raptors sweep the series. How crazy would that have been? But we are here, and it's 23-23 as we have a timeout with 3:33 to go in the first quarter.
We are one Andre Iguodala missed shot away
from
us, from this not even going to 5 games.
Yes.
But then you can also think, if they lose that game and they go into Oakland down 2-0, I don't know. My conspiracy theory is that Kevin Durant has been healthy for a couple weeks.
It looks like it.
So I feel like if they went into Oakland down 2-0, he would have played. So it could have been, they could have come into Toronto tied 2-2.
See, but that's crazy.
So does okay.
Of course, it's crazy. That's my conspiracy theory.
Yes, I'm here for this. So basically, losing in a way might have sort of helped the Raptors in this conspiracy theory.
Yes, because they went into Oakland, and then you got Clay gets hurt, and you sweep both games in Oakland. If they would have gone into Oakland up 2-0, I think KD plays. I think he comes back earlier, and I think that they lose both those games.
Without a doubt. Maybe not game 3, but game 4, if you're down, because at that point, the best the Warriors would have is down 2-1. I think the training staff and the coaching staff says, look, can we speed this up in any way? Can we do anything to get him on the court faster? And to me, it looks like it doesn't look like he's been, completely injured for a while.
Drake, of course, in the crowd. They're showing Wayne Gretzky in the crowd.
But that is my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory.
I don't think that's even that far tinfoil hat. That's a pretty level-headed conspiracy
it's
theory.
just the latest chip that has fallen in the way of the Raptors, and that is not to discredit at all what they've done because they've been phenomenal, in the Eastern Conference Finals and in the finals. But a lot of things have gone right for them to be in the position that they are in tonight.
Someone needs to do an article just discussing every single
everything
ball that bounced the
every
right way
chain
for
reaction.
them.
Yeah, it's insane.
Durant back in here at the 3:33 mark with one more free throw coming from Steph. So I guess my theory that you can't let him sit that long because that thing's going to tighten up. He's back on the court after roughly a 3-minute rest. So Steve Kerr has got to do some unconventional things to get him off the court and not overuse him, but then get him back out there before the body starts shutting down a little bit, if you will.
Yeah.
So he's back out there with the Warriors now up by 1. Kyle Lowry step back 3. That was not a good shot.
There's
Rebound.
Kyle Lowry that comes in spurts. That's not good.
Oh, almost turned the ball over again.
Durant with the rebound. KD down in the paint getting stuff done here. Warriors the basketball. Kevon Looney out there for a good little stretch right now. Draymond, right side, handing for Steph, and a foul on Fred VanVleet.
That's 2 on
that's
Fred
2 for
VanVleet.
him.
2 on him, 2 on Clay. Well, that changes again. Now that Fred VanVleet has 2 fouls, that is a good sign for the Warriors
He's
because
grabbing
he's going to
him.
be.
I mean, he can't do that.
He's going to ease up off of Steph, and Steph's going to. I mean, he's already gotten off already, so this is just falling into.
I'm surprised we
favor
haven't
of the
seen
Warriors.
Van Vliet do that more because a lot of times it seems like guys who guard Steph, they grab at him and they don't even realize that they're doing it until after the play's over.
Warriors just buried a 3. Who shot that? I was watching. Draymond. Wow. Yeah. I was watching Van Vliet try to guard Steph, and then off the pick and roll, he was stuck on. I think it was Iguodala in the post. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge here, as of course Van Vliet is not exactly a big guy, and the way they're running him off screens, and if he can't hold him with 2 fouls,
it's
could
gonna get dangerous.
Could be a little edge gained here for the Warriors. Wow. All right, Draymond, it's about time you.
Wide.
He's passed up a lot of those looks this series.
The whole series.
And maybe part of that is having KD out there, just that extra comfort.
It's all
gives
those
you the
things.
confidence to shoot.
See, he aims at the front of the rim. That time it didn't work.
Yeah. Kawhi has been tremendous. He hasn't had a whole lot of shooting on the floor in the game, but he's gotten to the line every game this series. And, And
I mean, that's where bulk of his points have been coming from. Like, I mean, last game he came out of the second half, just like knocked down those 2 threes, and it's like, all right, we're not going to let you win. But
it's a great contrast. He's still having a huge impact, but to the Bucks series where he was just going off and scoring at will, not necessarily from the line.
27-24, Warriors the basketball here. We're going to have a foul off the ball on Kawhi trying to guard Kevin Durant. It seems like there's just a little feeling out process going on here, which is weird for a Game 5, but having KD back out there.
Oh, by the way, Klay Thompson and Kevon Looney both have 2 fouls.
2 fouls for Clay.
And 2 for Looney. I did not know that Looney had 2 fouls as well.
That's
interesting.
I wouldn't worry about the Looney situation. Here goes Kyle Lowry out with his 2 fouls. So they're calling it pretty tight tonight. Lowry with 2, Van Vliet with 2.
Yeah, because I feel like we've seen a lot of this stuff happen throughout the series, and they just haven't been calling it.
Durant in the post, double teamed, out to Draymond.
Uh-oh.
Looney on the baseline has to beat the clock, slung it up there somehow, it hit the rim.
Meanwhile, Durant had Van Vliet on him, and no one saw that mismatch.
Maybe they're still getting used to having KD back. Serge Ibaka. Is there going to be another Serge game in the series?
I feel like that was another travel by Kawhi, and I know it wasn't, but it definitely looked like it was.
I felt like it might have been too.
That was some sloppy offense by the Raptors, but it ended up with Ibaka getting fouled on the baseline. He's going to shoot 2 free throws here, looking for his first points of the game. Nice pass by Kawhi.
I mean, if they're going to throw Draymond down there, Serge Ibaka can feast. So
I kind of wish Kawhi just took that though.
That's a big time travel.
By Kawhi?
Yeah, no, by Ibaka. He went right, left, fake, and then he moved the right again. It was.
So there was a travel.
But he's shooting free throws. First one in. 27-25.
I mean, this is a lot looser.
Left. That's.
I would call one of those a gather.
He
It's a
switched
gather
his
step.
pivot foot.
Pivot foot.
Pivot
fit.
His pivot foot. He switched his pivot foot. Regardless, he made them both. All right, Serge. Good job. 27-26.
I don't know if we can call the step back Harden thing not a travel, then I think we can call that not a travel. That's my take.
Maybe I'm saying I'm nitpicky on my travel, Wilson.
No, I'm saying that
airball by
our
KD.
first airball from Kevin Durant.
I'm saying
It's
that
all
the
good.
league at large doesn't call travels as often as they should.
Did he just airball that because he was on the move and he tried to stop suddenly?
I think so.
And his body wasn't right, or was he?
Or could have gotten tipped. I don't know. You should give it to Serge. I mean, KD's a big dude, but I don't know. I think
Test
you
his
test him.
physicality.
Yeah, you got to test him on defense.
Van Vliet is doing too much dribbling.
He found Leonard in the corner, missed a 3,
Nice.
rebound, tipped
Leonard,
around.
Leonard almost bounced it in again.
Oh, collision between Serge and KD.
Kevin Durant gets knocked to the ground, Serge knocking him over, and KD popping right back up. No problem. I'm good.
That was a good. Kawhi almost had that, and then he tried to give it to Serge, and KD's long ass arms were just in the way.
Always.
And The body blow came up top. He did not clip
Every
the
time he
leg.
falls to the ground, I feel like he's just going to snap in half. God,
He is a very thin,
It's
toothpicky
stressful
guy.
to watch him play basketball. Like it's not stressful that he's like, it gets stressful to watch James Harden play basketball because that annoys the heck out of me. But when he falls to the ground, it's like, I just tense up.
He's built like a toothpick.
Yes, and I can't.
A very strong toothpick, though.
Yeah, it's strong toothpick that has some injury issues.
He makes both.
He's got a lot of tape around him. Toothpick.
He makes both free throws, 29-26. KD with 8. As the Warriors lead it by 3, coming up on 1 minute for the first quarter. Van Vliet,
Oh, why didn't you take him?
Norman Powell
Looney
for
on
3.
had-
Nope.
He had Looney. Fred VanVleet had Looney on him, and he's just cross. Let me give it to Norman Powell to shoot a 3.
KD for 3.
That's what happens when you don't take advantage of the
Oh
opportunity.
my!
I was so.
Kevin
It's
Durant. Left-handed dribble around a pick, firing a 3. Golden State fans are just sitting there like, oh, God, thank God. We love you. Don't go anywhere. We need you.
Y'all should have appreciated him a lot earlier. That's all I gotta say.
Our dynasty's going to be over.
If
Fred VanVleet, lots of dribbling, my guy.
Ooh!
Lots of dribbling.
Oh, and he's
KD all up in his face. Oh, see. I
This
like
is
it.
what we
This
needed
is what
from the series.
This is what I wanted.
this series was so boring for so many games. I'm so glad we're having some type of drama. Drake was the most exciting part of the first 4 games.
Van Vliet was trying to shake Durant, if you're not
Didn't work.
watching, and KD's sticking with him, and then they call a foul, and then Van Vliet kind of gave him a little forearm shiver, and KD just walked right over
He
him.
said, nope.
Look,
It's like a son and his dad.
yeah, look, little man,
Yikes.
right?
That was. I know he got to the line.
If that was Chris Paul, he would have hauled off and punched him already. So
I know he got to the line, but that was still too much dribbling.
a
from
lot of
VanVleet.
dribbling in place to go nowhere.
I give him credit for looking at big, tall Kevin Durant
Oh, for sure.
and
Not
trying to
backing
take him on.
Yeah.
Then he got himself the foul line. And
Sure, got 2 points out of it. That's
Go KD, you guard that little man.
yeah. I don't know if that's anything to be drawn about, but I guess when you're coming off an injury, you'll take anything. To
Yeah,
get your
he's trying to hype
ego
himself
stroked.
up. Yeah.
Iguodala on the drive, kick it for the corner. Draymond
good
for
look.
3. Nope.
Rebound by Steph.
Even though Draymond
Curry.
missed that, him taking that right off the bat,
And a
you
take.
like that if you're a Warriors fan.
Steph with the rebound and the take. Look at that.
He out-muscled Van Vliet to get the basketball there.
Sure did.
Van Vliet for 3 at the
Hero.
horn. Nope. And that will do it for the first quarter. Golden State. Kevin Durant healthy. 34 points in the quarter. 14 from Curry. 11 from Durant. Add that up, you get 25. 6 from Thompson. 31. And then Draymond Green's got a 3. 4 guys have scored for the Warriors in the first quarter.
And the Raptors have 10 points off Warriors turnovers to the Warriors just 3.
It's big.
Okay, and the Warriors the Raptors got a great quarter from Mark Gasol. He had 10 on 3 of 3 shooting, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. The one guy that's not really present right now, at least the way that he's going to need to be today, I would say is Kawhi, who had 6, which isn't terrible, but he's 2 for 6. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but he also turned it over 3 times.
Yeah, he's got to take better care of the ball. There were some possessions, like some of those turnovers, where he should have just taken the shot, and he was just like, no, he passing it off to Serge, and the one down the post, he should have just went straight up with it because he would have gotten fouled. So,
if you're Golden State right now, you're breathing a huge sigh of relief.
oh, absolutely.
I mean, we got a long way to go here, and the season's on the line, but you got to be feeling a whole lot better than you were feeling at about 8 a.m. this morning.
Oh yeah, it's the Kevin Durant effect, man.
This is exciting and terrifying. If KD pulls this off, I mean, it's like you could end up with what happens if KD feels like all of a sudden he starts feeling the love in Golden State. We need you, Kevin. He doesn't go anywhere, and then you've got Kawhi feeling it in Toronto, and you have the 2 biggest names in the free agent field, and neither of them had to go anywhere.
That'd be
that would make for-
anticlimactic.
It'd be very NBA.
I mean, right? Anything can
Just
happen.
building
everybody-
something up and then nothing happens.
I want everybody to move everywhere.
I mean, hey, Klay Thompson's in Space Jam too.
I would love to see it. We're going to connect with Mike Bassetti, who covers the Raptors at Mike Bo Sports. And you can see his coverage at RaptorsRapture.com and at RaptorsRapture on Twitter, 3428. We haven't done Richard Camp tonight yet either. Richard, are you over there?
I'm over here. What's up, guys?
Richard.
Richard is our leader. He's our director. He's our producer. He's our dominator. And yes, he's also monitoring the chat. So anytime you see your comment go up, just send Richard money because he's looking out for you.
And we got Mike.
And we've got Mike. All right, let's bring in at Mike Bo Sports on Twitter, Mike Bassetti. I can see the nerves on your face, Mike, now that Kevin Durant is out there.
Stressed.
And it's not the same feeling, is it?
No, I feel like I gained 3 years overnight watching KD play here. It also doesn't help that he comes out and bangs a couple triples home really early. And honestly, he doesn't look limping around at all there. He looks a little bit slow defensively, trying to keep up with like Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam on the perimeter. But offensively, he looks like his old self. And minus that short little air ball he had, he's looked really good here. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit harder than it's been the past couple games.
Were you watching the pregame coverage and they showed him dancing in the tunnel and they showed him doing all sorts of action on the court? Did you know you were in trouble then? Because I did, Mike.
No, I still thought that – I was a little bit surprised that they started with the Hamptons 5 to begin the game, and that obviously proved pretty well for them as they fired up a bunch of three-pointers and were able to get off to that hot shooting start. But, yeah, I didn't expect him to come out like this, even as he started dancing, even as he started looking ready to play. I didn't expect him to come out like this.
Mike, the Raptors obviously went pretty much all in this year. So far, it's paid off. They're one win away from winning the NBA Finals. Let's say next year, for the next few years, the Raptors are just kind of okay, whether Kawhi leaves or however it happens. Let's just say they're just okay or even maybe bad for the next few years. For you and maybe Raptors fans as a whole, you can speak for, was this year worth it? Does that make the next few years, if they're mediocre or bad, is that okay?
Yeah, I think it has to be. This kind of has been the goal all along, and you've seen this team be pretty successful to moderately successful for the past, 5 to 7 years as DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry led them to the playoffs. You kind of had to make your push all in now, and if it doesn't work out for next year and the Raptors are a little bit worse, you have to take it. But I think that the team kind of reached its the climax that it could have went to with DeMar and Kyle. So, yeah, I think that you can deal with being mediocre for the next couple of years considering the run that they had this season.
The whole country is on edge right now, and you're talking about down the line and the Raptors
If y'all suck.
I mean, can you let a guy celebrate being 3/4 away from an NBA championship? If they suck in 2022, Wilson, just
Keeping everything in perspective.
just an Eeyore over here.
I am always anxious. So I'm anxious for all of Canada right now.
Well, to take off some of that anxiety that Wilson just threw on your plate, a bit away from the game, I want you to rank these 5 Raptors from history. Vince Carter, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Bosh, Kyle Lowry, and DeMar DeRozan from 1 to 5.
It's funny. It's such a different conversation with these 5 because it's how much do you value peak versus longevity? Mm-hmm. Because obviously Kawhi Leonard, if he leaves after this season 1 year, it would feel weird to have him as the greatest Raptor of all time. Mm-hmm. He clearly had the highest peak of any of the Raptors and was the best player in franchise history. But if you're going overall career, I'd probably still say Vince 1, Kyle 2, Kawhi 3, DeMar 4, and Bosh 5.
Interesting.
And I think Bosh is a little bit closer than most people give him credit for, but he probably still has to be 5th.
Yeah, it was the reason I asked is because on Twitter today, people are saying that Kawhi is the greatest Raptor in Toronto history, and I'm like, he's been here for a season.
Not
like,
even.
like, come on, he played
Season's not over yet.
60 games or something this season, and we're already granting him that.
I mean, they haven't won it yet, but if you win a finals for a team that's never won it, that's obviously huge, and recency bias that's obviously factored in there. But yeah.
Yeah, but I would agree with you. I do think that Vince is number 1, just based on longevity. So.
Yeah, it feels as if Kawhi played 10 years ago and Vince played right now. If Vince was about to leave, everybody would think he's the greatest of all time. And I think it's just kind of the recency of Kawhi having such a historic run and this peak being so great that everybody gets kind of caught up in the moment. And as great as this time is, again, like you said, it was 60 regular season games, and as fun as this finals trip's been, I just don't know how you can say he had the best career when his career was one season long.
Mike Bassetti with us here as second quarter underway. Klay Thompson hitting a three, 39-31. Right now, Kawhi Leonard is getting a little rest as we start the second quarter. Serge Ibaka knocking down a free throw, 39-32. I'll ask you the question that I asked Josh and Jasmine, Mike. Second most important Raptor in the series behind Kawhi, who would you say? You can include the coach in that if you want to go Nick Nurse.
I'd probably have to say Kyle Lowry. He's been a little bit quiet here, and I don't think he has any points so far to start this half. And Kyle's always going to do the little things, and he's always going to move the ball, play good help defense, take charges. But they really need that secondary scoring punch, and they really need him to make shots. And all that little stuff is nice, but at the end of the day, when you're a $30 million player who's the second best player on the team, sometimes you do just have to put the ball in the basket. And it sounds reductive to say, but a lot of times that's what it comes down to.
You just you might have just won the NBA Finals.
Don't say that.
Well, KD. Well,
don't come on.
You
just got injured.
KD just went down. KD's calf just went out.
And we caught your reaction on camera, Mike.
I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's just if he's done.
Oh no.
Man. See, okay. This sucks.
Yeah, well, this sucks for the NBA, not just this game, because that doesn't look great to me.
No, and everybody who was saying like, if Kevin's sitting or whatever,
he immediately. Oh my gosh!
You just come on, man. This is one of the greatest competitors that you got going. He loves playing the game of basketball. He doesn't sit for the season ends. He does two. That just sucks. He sat for 2 days after like a whole season with Oklahoma City, went right to Rucker Park, and now just going off the court. And Raptors fans giving him some applause. That sucks.
Looked sort of. I couldn't tell if that looked sarcastic or not. I obviously couldn't hear it, but.
What do you mean?
I couldn't tell if it was classy or sarcastic.
No, they were being classy there. I think they were 100%.
They're Raptors fans. It's classy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Philly in you talking that you expect all injuries to be cheered.
I would never cheer for an injury myself. I want to go back to Jasmine's question. Are Raptors fans warming back up at all to Chris Bosh, do you think?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just time's going to heal it, and by the time you get 15 years out, people are going to it won't be completely forgotten as people still are a little bit mad at Vince, but I've never understood the vitriol towards Chris Bosh. Vince Carter, I get it a little bit. He kind of gave up on the team and demanded a trade. Chris Bosh left in free agency in the way that you're supposed to do it, handled everything by the book. I've never understood why his exit kind of gets compared to Vince Carter's when one was clearly a much different situation than the other.
Yeah. I never understand in general fans getting mad at a player for leaving in free agency when, that's what free agency is designed to do. It's designed to give players the power to select where they want to play and choose the situation that's best for them. If we didn't have that, it would be almost like a communist league of sorts.
Mark is a loss for words.
It just sucks. There's just no way around it. We could have, if Durant had somehow actually been healthy and been able to come back, we could have seen a phenomenal ending to this NBA Finals. We could have seen the Warriors win tonight. Not that they can't do it now, but it's obviously a lot less likely. We could have seen the Warriors win at home, and then all we're sitting here on Sunday night with a tremendous Game 7. So much pressure on Toronto. Not that you've done it yet, Mike Bassetti. It's not over yet, and the Warriors are, the heart of the champion is still real, and maybe they'll rally tonight, but that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, and you miss out on KD versus Kawhi and kind of this best player in the world up for grabs at the moment, and obviously Steph's in the discussion too. But it feels, obviously a championship is a championship, but it feels like the series is just going to have a little bit of a black cloud over it if he's not able to come back, which it doesn't look like considering the way he walked off that he will.
It will, but you still you don't need to apologize to anyone. The NBA it's a marathon, not a sprint, and you guys would be able to you stayed healthy all year. You managed Kawhi better than the Spurs were able to do it. Maybe he'll stay back with you. And look, you came back from 2 games to none down against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
That was an incredible accomplishment. That team was The Raptors were written off, and they came back and won that series. I mean, Toronto gets a ton of credit in my mind. So it's a little bit of an asterisk, but you're still beating a hell of a team out here. I mean, look at these guys. I mean, come on. You're talking about Steph and Clay and Draymond and.
I don't think you need to put an asterisk next to their championship. That's just
bit,
rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah.
No asterisk titles.
Yeah, no
the
asterisk.
Warriors have their injury luck.
That's
Everybody
true,
gets
too.
it.
Yeah,
That's true, too.
everyone gets injured, so.
That's tough to watch.
They are. I mean, KD ain't coming back. If there's any thought of him coming back by anyone, he's just not. He's being carried off with Iguodala and a coach.
Yeah, even
no
if
way.
it weren't as bad as it looks, I think it'd be foolish if he's out there for a quarter and not even a half.
They're showing Steph Curry on the bench. He does not look very thrilled. Hey, Mike, great stuff, man. Go out and party tonight if you get it done. Get out of that house. Don't be writing. I want to see you on the streets at Jurassic Park. How many Jurassic Parks are we up to now?
It's got to be up, right? I don't know what it's at right now, but I have to imagine they only have gone up since last time we talked.
Yeah, because I think the one in Rockford that we were talking about earlier, I think the first time they're doing it is tonight.
Oh, I don't know. No idea.
But I don't know.
Wow. Oh, man. Okay. Well, enjoy, man. Congratulations. It's not over, by the way. These stranger things have happened.
As he said it,
Still
like
down
15 minutes.
6, so.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Thanks,
maybe
Mike.
we'll see you in Game
Thanks,
6.
Mike.
Mike Busetti. I mean, these are tough times. You think that the Raptors are going to go on to win, but
Well, yeah, you just said, I think you guys just won the NBA Finals. And then you were like, game's not over yet. Come on.
well, right. I mean,
Today's the day of flip-flops for Mark Carman.
it's not a flip-flop. It's just
It's him processing his emotions.
it's
Live and on camera.
We're doing it
I mean,
live,
I
man.
do think that this game is going to end with Toronto winning it. And,
I mean, it definitely
and,
changes.
And let's they still got to do it.
It changes everything because now you see guys who probably weren't going to get any PT because KD was back. You've got Quinn Cook in there. You've got DeMarcus Cousins. You've got McKinney in there now. Like, those guys were not going to see any serious court time because, I mean, the whole first quarter, you had the damn starting lineup in there.
Yeah, and so okay, we're back to we're back to where the Warriors have played all of 15 minutes of the series.
Yep.
I mean, this is they haven't had KD. They're used to playing without him. There's plenty of talent on that court. Here's Boogie in the lane making a shot.
That's right, Boogie.
The Boog's got to be
The Boog
Bug
Bug.
bugs.
I don't know how I feel about that.
the Boog.
I like it.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Boog with a good screen on Kawhi.
Boog Boog.
Boogie's got to be a little motivated here. Boogie open 3. Boogie.
Oh
There it
got
my
is.
it.
goodness.
There it is.
The Boog. The Boog puts him up 11.
7-0 run for the Warriors.
The Boog getting beat on the baseline.
I need you to stop doing that.
The Boog got beat back.
Bug getting beat by wiry Pascal Siakam.
Boog should have been forcing
Stop
Siakam
it.
to the
Oh,
middle.
turnover by Warriors. Klay Thompson just out of his reach.
Ay. All right, well here, 46-37, Raptors trailing by 9 and a foul on Livingston in the post trying to guard Kawhi. How much? Here comes Steph Curry back into the game. It's interesting. What does Steve Kerr say to guys? Dudes, listen. I don't care what just happened with KD. We got enough to win. Let's go out here and play championship basketball.
I mean, unfortunately, the good thing, not really a good thing, is that they have been playing the entire series without him.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really change much of their strategy because they've been playing 4 games up until this point without Kevin Durant. And yeah, the first quarter and a half was really nice to see him out there, and it was a completely different Warriors team. But now they have to go back to the drawing board probably at halftime and figure out, all right, how are we going to stay in this game? Because now I assume they're going to go back to doubling Kawhi every single time down the floor.
That would make sense. And a nice drive by Kyle Lowry, but good contest at the hoop. And then Boogie Cousins with a nice rebound. And as he was falling out of bounds, he was able to throw it off a Raptors, so Warriors basketball.
I mean, I think you're absolutely right, Jasmine. That's exactly what you have to rest on. Just say, we game plan for this for the last 4 games. Unfortunately, their success rate was not too high in those games,
Yeah.
but they did have some good moments there.
That was nice by Draymond to not go in for the hammer of dunk and just float game right over Marc Gasol.
Smart. And a
Yeah.
very good pass from Boogie Cousins. And now Kyle Lowry. No, we got a timeout before that play happened. So timeout on the court. The Raptors want time. They trail by 11, 48-37. Let's just process 48 points with 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. That's going to start to go down with no more KD. Hasn't officially been ruled out if you're just joining us, but he was making a little move. A foul line extended right, and he came up gimping. The calf looks to have blown out in the early portion of the second quarter. He's in the locker room, and I don't think anybody can expect him to play again tonight. That's too bad. But long way to go here.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what the injury is exactly yet. And, we haven't gotten anything. I'm sure they're going to do everything they can to see if he's at least able to come back for a little bit. Like you said, probably won't. It just sucks for Kevin Durant specifically. Like, yeah, it sucks for the Warriors, but just thinking from like a human perspective, for Kevin Durant to get injured, be out for a month, do everything in his ability to come back to play in this elimination game for the Warriors, whether he was 100% or 80%, 60, whatever it was, and then to go down in the second quarter after starting off really hot and completely altering how the Warriors were playing in a positive way is a really unfortunate thing, especially for him going forward into his free agency this year.
There were so many questions. I don't want to say, because I didn't see this, but I don't think anyone ever questioned, well, is he injured or not?
Sure they did.
Really? I just thought there was a lot of confusion, which rightfully so.
I think there was more confusion about the severity of his injury.
And this was real. Like, he was never not injured.
Yeah,
if he went out there for a quarter and a half and re-aggravated whatever the injury was, or got injured again, maybe. I don't know. But
yeah, I mean, it's a ridiculous take for somebody to question whether or not Kevin Durant wants to play basketball. The guy loves hoop more than he loves anything in his life. I mean, he loves hoop more than he hates getting trolled, I would say. Fair enough?
It's probably even, but yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but he definitely wanted to be out here. And injury or not, you can talk about his future and what this means for his free agency, but just tonight alone, I'm sure he wanted to play this game and be out there for a full 4 quarters and get good minutes and impact his team. And he did impact while he was out there, but it's a huge bummer for not only us, but especially him to just play that little bit and then have to leave the court.
I mean, if anything, like, it was a short amount of time, but I think it maybe for people who forgot how great Kevin Durant was, which if that's you, it sucks to suck, but it showed us how important he is to this team for all those Warriors fans, that's, secluded section of Warriors fans. It's like, okay, we don't need Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you do. You're still down 3-1. I think it makes NBA fans reappreciate Kevin Durant for the basketball player and not the online troll and the stuff that he says in the media, because he is a complete game changer in any scenario that he steps into. Like, if he was to play this entire game, the Warriors probably would have won this game, and he could still come back. We'll see, but
it was looking that way. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back this game. That looked pretty bad, but it speaks a lot to whoever gets him in free agency this summer, whether it's the Warriors, whether it's another team. They have a great player.
There was a narrative going around like, look, Klay Thompson is back out there. Look, Kevon Looney is back out there. If KD cared as much as those guys, wouldn't he be out there?
Oh, I did not see that narrative at all.
I didn't really see that either. I saw a lot of confusion about what was going on because we just weren't getting many answers. There was confusion that we spoke about why he wasn't on the bench, but I don't think I ever saw, and if that did happen, I'm sure it was mainly Twitter trolls.
And by the way, to the initial reaction to fans cheering, it was not in a positive way cheering on Kevin Durant. It was in a negative way cheering the fact that he was injured.
Really?
So a lot of people on Twitter are saying that they were cheering against him. There were people waving him off the court like in a negative way. So
that's not a good
look. Those
look.
people who did that, you suck.
You should not be. You should have your NBA and basketball fan card revoked. Go back to hockey.
Oh, because they're in Canada. I get it. I was like, I don't get what you're saying.
This was something that was written, Tim Kawakami and Sam Amick. The larger question, has Durant fought to get back into action the way Thompson and Looney did for Game 4? It's unclear. It's impossible to know. Maybe he has. It isn't impossible to know. Of course he has.
Blocked by Lowry on Boogie.
Wow.
The 3-point line.
Boogie just got swatted shooting a 3 by 5'4" Kyle Lowry.
That was Sam Amick?
people were commenting at these guys, but just read what it's unclear, impossible to know, maybe he has, but just read what Thompson said when he asked how he came back from his own injury to play so well on Friday. Klay Thompson, quote,
3 and a foul, Steph Curry going to line.
Wow.
And 1.
Big time shot. I think it's just based on the NBA Finals and the chance to be at this stage and compete. A lot of guys are banged up, probably on both sides, both teams. And it's just a special opportunity. You never know when it will ever come back again. Or this is what Steph Curry said when he was talking about Thompson's comeback, and he sometimes asks for runs of his own version. Of course, anyway, they write about Durant has been absolutely worth it in Golden State. He's so good. He's proven so much by winning 2 Finals MVPs the previous 2 seasons. He obviously was worth waiting for in these playoffs. Maybe he'll make it back for Game 5, play brilliantly, and lead a charge to a championship. Maybe he won't make it back and the Warriors will win anyway. It's impossible to know, but it's probably a bit cynical to even attempt to analyze. But just ask yourself this. If Thompson or Looney or Curry or Green or Andre Iguodala had this injury 30 days ago, would the Warriors be waiting for them?
I have no idea what you just read.
That's like when Karma
that's what
pastes
Sam
entire
wrote.
articles
Never
into our
mind.
note sheet.
That's what's. My point is, people were writing stuff that they were speculating that if other guys would have come back, and I think KD being out there right now and getting hurt shows.
Yeah, that's a completely unfair speculation, I think. When it comes to injuries, there's so much that we don't know, that the player knows and that the medical team knows.
The reason why I'm reading it, too, is just I'm wondering behind the scenes, I don't know this, was he supported or was he not? And if he wasn't to his satisfaction, and who knows with KD, does that make him less likely to sign there? Nobody knows the answers to these questions, but it's interesting to me, like, what type of support was he getting behind the scenes?
The Warriors,
I know the main guy keeping him out was the Warriors' lead trainer. So to me, that's them showing caution. Now, you could also argue the counterpoint was that they put him out there tonight, and maybe he wasn't ready to go because he clearly got injured.
He was cleared to practice today.
He practiced
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. He was cleared to practice yesterday.
He stayed extra to do some more shoot around by himself after practice.
And he clearly was feeling good. I mean, everything in the pregame, he was dancing around, and he was feeling good. But he makes one sharp cut, tries to go back the other way, and there it went.
But I mean, he's out, and the Warriors are still up. 10 points. So if you're them,
maybe
you're just
he now
trying
becomes
to.
their fuel.
You're just I mean, it could be their motivation for them for the rest of this game at least.
And a ton of pressure on the Raptors. You're trying to win your first NBA championship. You're at home. You're still playing a team that's got it's a lot of pressure.
I said before during Game 4, I thought the pressure was on the Raptors just because of the situation. This is the Warriors.
This is the scariest situation where you're up 3-1, and this still feels like a must-win game, right? Like, if you don't win tonight, you go back to Oracle. You have to win another game there, and if you don't win that, then it's Game 7, and Game 7, who knows? Like, that could go either way.
Right. Series, look, teams have come back from 3-1. It happens. The Cavaliers did it. The Warriors did it.
Andre looks confused on offense, just dribbling around. Yeah, their offense is just not. It's so much more stagnant when KD's not out there, and it's really unfortunate to watch.
Iguodala missing a 3, but Boogie the rebound and putting it back in. Boogie getting it done down low, back up 11. Kawhi on the drive. Kawhi in the lane. Gets it stripped. Gets it back. Layup blocked.
Oh, my God, Kawhi.
Gets it back again. Kawhi out to Lowry. Wow, great defense down low. A host of Warriors.
Great effort by Kawhi to get those rebounds, though. My God. Nice find.
Great look.
Siakam for 3. No. Rebound. It's tipped around. Danny Green able to come up with it. Siakam working on Curry. Gasol. Lowry.
Reverse.
Layup. Foul on Draymond.
What is happening? Okay.
Ooh, and now you're going to get a technical, Draymond. What are you doing?
By the way, Fred VanVleet has 3 fouls here in the first.
Drake is screaming at Draymond.
Yikes.
Draymond going to the
bench.
Did
he get a technical?
Just picked up his 3rd foul and a technical.
He was yelling a lot. I've seen technicals given out for much less.
Yeah, I don't know. Have they given him a technical? I don't think so.
Yes, technical. He got a foul and a technical.
That's not a foul.
Yeah, he has a reason to be upset, but also you got to keep your emotions in check in this situation.
I think
when you guys are up, this could be the turning point for the Raptors to get back in this game.
Do you know how they do a review on technical fouls? I think they should, when they review technical fouls, if the play that the player was complaining about was actually not a foul, they should rescind the technical.
I would agree with that. I love that idea.
They do rescind technicals. What are you talking
I know,
about?
but not just because the foul wasn't. If
You're saying in the moment of the game, you go when
I
they
was
get
not
a time.
saying that. No,
You say
I
they
was
were,
saying
What is-
after the
they
fact.
do. Well, then to
Yeah, they
Jasmyn,
rescind technicals.
But not on only the basis of the foul before the play was incorrect.
Oh, they rescind technicals. That's all you need.
But not for that reason.
I wouldn't mind going to the review during the timeout, and if you saw you were wrong, ooh, that's over and back. Yep, they got that one right. Steph Curry going between the legs, losing the basketball. You don't see that happen very often.
I mean, this could be the start of a run for the Raptors to close out the first half here.
That literally never happens.
What the hell?
He just put the ball between his legs and lost it off his
Interesting.
hand.
I do that in 2K all the time.
Right. I mean, I do that when I'm dribbling around at the gym by myself all the time. I am not Steph Curry.
Right.
Kawhi in the
Nice.
lane, hanging, shooting the shot, no good, gets knocked down. Warriors the basketball. Draymond running off for Boogie. Boogie layup. Boogie no. Boogie fouled.
Yep.
And now Marc Gasol wants to go run over to the official and argue.
This is why the games become so long. Like, let the ref do his job and let's just move on. Like, they're not going to get every call right. It happens. Move on. Make the next play.
Draymond was doing so good at it too, and he's been going the other way the last couple of games.
Yeah.
And Marc Gasol, you just fouled Boogie. What are you arguing about? Golly.
Marc Gasol argues every foul, regardless of if it's correctly called or not. He always throws his hands up in the
Missed
air.
foul or missed shot by Boogie on
It's
first.
very aggravating.
Let's get some numbers here. So Kevin Durant is going to play probably all of 12 minutes in the finals and score 11 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 3 of 3 from the three-point line. He's going to leave the NBA Finals shooting 1,000% from the three.
Ooh,
Three-ball
Gasol.
Marc Gasol. Wow. Oh, my.
There it is.
Marc Gasol is having a night.
Man, that trade, that was a good one. Valanciunas for Gasol.
The fact that Memphis did that and was just like, yeah, sure. Like, is wild. I mean, I get that they wanted to let Marc Gasol join a contending team because they were terrible.
The fact that they weren't able to find a home for Mike Conley is also a little bit perplexing.
Well, I mean, Mike Conley's contract is pretty hefty, and he's had some injury issues, and he's old.
but
So-
you'd think like Phoenix or somebody would.
Have you seen
pick that
Phoenix?
up.
They never take any point guards. They don't know what the hell they're doing. So I'm not surprised at all.
They used to have 17 of them.
Yeah, and they traded every single one of them away.
You're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Now we have none. Marc Gasol is 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line. He's got 13 points. He's leading the Raptors in scoring. Kawhi's got 11 on 3 of 10 shooting. He's got 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 turnovers. They got 6 from Pascal Siakam on 3 of 9 shooting. Kyle Lowry's got 5, 2 for 6. Danny Green's 2 for 2, 4 points. And Serge Ibaka's got 7 points off the bench. Most of those points coming at the foul line where he's 5 for 6. Raptors have already shot 20 free throws tonight to only 8 for the Warriors. Toronto's 16 for 20. The Warriors are 6 for 8.
I mean, they're getting a little bit better now here on offense. The Raptors are, but and here they're showing KD's play again where he gets injured. Ugh.
He crossed his legs over. I'm sure he felt it pop, and he just dropped the basketball and went to the court. And Kyle Lowry, as he's walking up the court, Lowry was saying, something to him. Wow, that's just too bad.
Still no update on Kevin Durant, at least not that I know of.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. And now they're talking about on the broadcast how the Raptors fans were cheering KD leaving the court.
Yeah. At first it was cheering like, yay, he's injured. And then it became like, oh, dang, this
Bye.
sucks. Yeah. And then it was, okay, let's cheer him because he came out here and played.
Well, that's the world we live in, team. No matter, I want to win no matter what. Lie, cheat, steal, root for people to get injured, cheer when they get
That got
injured.
dark really fast. That's the world we live in?
Is it not?
I mean, probably, but I
I mean,
thought we were keeping things positive here, Carm.
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Wilson. How often do you hear that? I don't agree with it, for the record, but is that not a thing?
I mean,
I-
I'm sure you're right.
I mean, who do you root for in college basketball? No offense over there.
I don't know why you're saying no offense.
Well, because
I have no problem with my team cheating.
right, exactly.
Everyone cheats in college basketball.
Right. I mean,
College basketball is kind of a different animal.
is it? I mean,
The system
who
is
do you root for
unjust,
the,
yes.
who do you root for in the NFL? What do the Patriots do?
No, he roots for the Saints. Who put
Yeah,
out a
well,
bounty
that's
on
a- that's a
players,
very poor
so
example.
Awkward.
I mean, there you go.
Uh,
Well, I mean, you got Bounty Gate going on down there. All right, 56-48.
no comment.
No comment.
I'll give you my comments off the air.
It's because you have no defense in that situation.
Oh, I have a defense. I just don't
Oh
know
my.
if I-
Looks
Anyway.
like Kevon Looney looks like he just popped out his
Damn. Collarbone.
collarbone one more time. The Warriors, give him credit, up by 8, fighting through. KD going to the locker room. Draymond's got 3 fouls, got a technical.
I mean, let's talk about what they have to do in the second half here because
Yeah.
they're up, like you said, a little bit, but I expect the Raptors to come out in the second half, changing their game plan completely, going back, feeding everything through Kawhi. For the Warriors, Steph was able to not have the ball in his hands a lot when KD was in there. He was able to get his points off. Now he has to control everything. So what do the Warriors have to do to win this game and force a game 6 now that KD's out?
Well, they're going to have to shoot incredibly well. 2,
That
come
is
on.
not a great shot.
That's a
He
foul.
got fouled. Steph got fouled. No whistle. Danny Green for 3. Nope.
That
Rebound
was a
to the
great
Warriors.
look by Kawhi, even though Danny Green didn't sink it.
Here's Klay Thompson. Pull-up jumper, left wing. Tough shot. Missed it. Marc Gasol, the rebound. Raptors coming out. Kawhi up top. Stutter step dribble. Nearly traveled. Instead off to Gasol in the lane.
Yeah,
Off to
there's fine.
Siakam.
Three
Triple
dudes.
team.
3 dudes on you.
Well, good defense by the Warriors
Yeah.
getting back here.
Really good defense.
Gasol for 3. He's red hot, and he missed that one.
Yeah, somehow triple teaming a guy yet guarding everybody.
I mean, Steph has 20 points already. Clay has 11.
I think it bodes well for the Warriors that Van Vliet already has 3 fouls. So
Yeah, because he's not in the game.
that's the guy that's been not shutting Curry down, but limiting him to an extent. So give
I mean-
Curry the ball. Let him
it
continue
bodes,
to work.
it bodes well for the Raptors that Draymond has 3 fouls now
Definitely.
because that's going to change how he plays defense in the second half. And now I assume they're going to go back to exploiting him and attacking him, get him into more foul trouble, get him out of his game, and probably try and get him another technical.
And
Klay Thompson missing a free throw.
at that point, he's out. So
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of guys who have come back from injury and look healthy, Klay Thompson is one.
Yeah, he looks after what was the last
forgot
game?
he was injured, to be honest with you.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looked fine in the last game. And obviously, they lost, but
He sat out game 3, looked good in game 4, and
And I mean,
probably should have played game 3.
yeah,
He
Yeah,
looked-
you could contrast him and KD's injury, really, because Clay looks like they held out too long. KD looks like they didn't hold out long enough.
I mean, they had to play him tonight. It's an elimination game. Give me what you
I
got.
don't think they had to play him because if this injury was, again, we don't know the severity of it, but I don't think.
I don't think you ever have to put a player.
Yeah,
at
I
risk
don't.
like
If
that.
he's my thing is, if Kevin Durant was not 100%, don't play him. Great take by Pascal Siakam.
I mean, I don't even know about 100%. I think if he's 80, 90, but I don't think if he were 80, 90 that he would have. I mean, I'm no doctor, so I really don't know, but injured himself that quickly.
I mean, if you could tell
Step
me,
back 3, no good by Steph.
this is a great end of the half here for the Raptors. 1 possession game with the basketball. 3 ball would tie it. Siakam in the corner. Siakam working on Draymond, who's got 3 fouls. They're going to call an offensive foul on Pascal Siakam banging into Draymond. That was dicey.
That's lucky because Draymond almost got his 4th foul there, and that's what the Raptors, I'm sure, were trying to exploit.
Yeah.
Give it to Pascal because he feasted on Draymond in Game 1 of the series.
Ooh, Draymond.
And he stepped right out of the way so he wouldn't pick up the foul there.
He almost
And he
touched it, too.
probably could have gotten that. He probably could have tipped that ball out of his hand, actually.
I mean, the Warriors are
But
just...
that just shows how the game changes when, guys like Draymond, incredible defenders, have fouls like that.
I think this is reckless by Steve Kerr. You got a minute to go. Draymond's got 3 fouls. I get that you trust the player, but I'm letting Andrew Bogut or whoever play the final minute here. That's just me.
Yeah, I would agree. There's no reason to keep him out here for the last 50 seconds.
Patrick McCaw, who is in the game, had an open
Passed
3.
up an easy 3 and then was calling back for it and it's like, dude, you passed up that open one. You're not getting the ball back.
Ain't coming back. They got a layup out of it, 57-56. You're right there, Brian Smith. The Warriors are falling apart or not. 3-ball for Steph Curry, but this is a great end of the half for the Raptors.
And
Kawhi shooting
tried
a
to
3
get
for a
that
2 for 1. Looked like he got fouled, no call. So 2 seconds different shot clock to game clock. The Raptors will get one more shot at here, but Golden State can dribble this down pretty much to the they can probably dribble this out, actually, if they shoot it late. That was not a good choice by Kawhi. Steph on the drive, Steph in the lane. Steph lost the basketball. Steph on the floor. Steph gets it back. Steph fade away.
wow.
Wow
Putback.
is right. Good putback by Kevon Looney. Danny Green at the buzzer will count if it goes. Banked it no, and we are at the half. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, 23 points for Steph Curry, 13 for Kawhi.
I don't feel good doing a halftime dance for this game, to be honest with you.
It's a disappointment right now. There's no doubt about it. We're going to talk to Brandon Jefferson coming up here. They're showing Doris Burke outside the locker room. Just an update. They say Kevin Durant remains back there. Right. He's being evaluated. There's some
quiet.
raw emotion. I'm sure there is.
With his agent.
Okay, so Kevin's very upset, and you can understand it. Guy did everything he could, seemingly, to get back, and you're playing in the NBA Finals. You're going for a three-peat, all of it, and he just can't go, and that sucks. That sucks for him more than it sucks for anyone else, and so it's upsetting. I get it.
All right, we got Brandon.
All right, let's bring in our guy Brandon Jefferson at Jefferson_hoops on Twitter, at _step_back. Wow.
Ooh.
What do we got? The Men in Black going
Brandon
on
in
here?
a suit.
What's going on here, Brandon? You on a date? What's happening?
No, I finally bought into the Carman way of thinking and Raps in 5, so I figured I'd dress nice if this is going to be my last time on.
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
Love it.
So, that sucks, right? Your reaction when KD got hurt.
Yeah. It really did stink. Even worse so that's against Serge, someone you battle with, and they've had the 3-1 history themselves. You can kind of see him already make up his mind that he was going to attack Serge, and then he just planted that foot after the contact and knew instantly that it was done.
He's apparently very emotional in the locker room. No surprise on that, Brandon. And what do you think the Warriors can do, are talking about right now? What's your strategy? I guess if you're Golden State coming out here in the second half, you're up by 6, but you got to know that KD's done for tonight, and somehow, some way, if you can win the game, he's done for the series. But they got to move on and be in the moment and try to win a basketball game.
Well, I thought the moment KD went down, this series was done. Nothing more they could do. I think the fans booing KD initially kind of revved them up a little bit, and they kept their foot on the gas for a little longer, both lead up to double digits. DeMarcus Cousins, I guess he's pissed off because he didn't see the court at all. Came out, gave him 9 quick points as well to keep that lead ahead. But especially if Kawhi's going to keep attacking downhill like he is, I know you guys were talking about it earlier, how it looks like he's traveling all the time. I agree, and I hate travel truthers. But there's just something weird about that last step that just looks off. But if they're going to let him do it, he's going to keep doing it. He's going to keep getting to the line, and those are easy points that the Raptors need. And the Warriors just can't seem to manifest without a guy like Kevin Durant or Boogie dominating in the paint.
With KD out for the Warriors, who is the most important player for this game?
It's Steph Curry. This is his team. He's built this. He's been the guy. Even when they got Durant, the Bay Area, all Warriors fans, you had the Steph Better hashtag on Twitter. Now's his time. He gets to save the team, gets to put them on his back, kind of do a repeat of Game 3, what we saw in Game 5, second half of Game 6 against the Rockets. They need that Steph, and if he goes down swinging, I don't think anyone's going to have a problem with that.
Do you think that's going to be enough for him, or you think this is the Raptors' game?
I think they need one more person just to give them a little bit, like we saw with Boogie. Kevin Durant having 11 is huge. I think Draymond Green was the only other Warrior coming into this game averaging double digits. So if Draymond gets his regular averages, Steph, Clay do their regular thing. Now they have 4 double-digit scorers. Boogie might get up there as well. They've been at 109 or less every game of the series. So they're going to need to be 110, 115, somewhere in that range, and hopefully the defense from the first half in Game 5 comes back.
Brandon, you got any thoughts on Frank Martin, head coach of South Carolina basketball? I'll explain why I'm saying this in a second.
Do
you know who he is?
He's real intense.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Okay.
Definitely someone I think might scare off some people at first, but the stories about him is that he's very kind-hearted, and the screaming and yelling and the facial expressions are done with love. So I'll take that.
His tweet right now is, every journalist that's been sharing an opinion that Kevin Durant was not playing for selfish reasons should be suspended from their job. That's the Frank Martin take. Should you be suspended? Did you share any of those opinions, Brandon?
I did not share a single one. Frank Martin, please not come looking for me. I will not answer the door. So please stay in South Carolina. Keep up the good work, and go Gamecocks.
They showed, with KD walking off the floor, by the way, Iguodala is carrying him, and Steph Curry was right behind him, just walking with him, trying to support, going in the locker room. So these guys, there's all that speculation on what he's going to do and whatnot. But the whole series, when guys were coming off the court, KD was there. Here's Steph following him back to the locker room. It's always a complicated situation, but there seems to be some decent amount of love going on especially between Steph and KD.
Definitely. They've built themselves up as a team. They're the team's team. Every coach is going to look and point at them, like, look at Steph sacrificing, look at Clay sacrificing, KD sacrificing. But really, those 12, 15 sometimes during the regular season, players in that locker room have bonded. Most of them have been there together over 3 years. This current iteration, probably 2 or 3. But when you go this deep in the playoffs, play these big games, your camaraderie is going to come together at a level that people outside won't really understand. They're going to nitpick and try to do things like that. But I wrote an article earlier today, and it's kind of based off that. The dynasty that the Warriors have, everyone wants to talk about, this is the end of it. Kawhi's ending 2 dynasties. I don't think this ends, regardless of Kevin Durant's decision. Steph Curry has the Tim Duncan-type mentality. Steve Kerr has the Greg Popovich-type coaching style. If those two stick together, they play Clay as next, keep Draymond around a couple more years, this could be a 10-year run where they win 4 or 5 championships, and we're looking back at this series and thinking, maybe it wasn't the end.
So you think that the Warriors could be back in the finals next year then?
I do, especially if Kawhi stays east. The West is a little jumbled right now. We don't know what Houston's going to be. We don't know what the Lakers have up their sleeves. The Nuggets, are they for real or not? And there's really no third team in the West right now that jumped up. I mean, Portland tried, but we saw what they did without KD and the Warriors. And I just think, Steph, Clay, Draymond, Kerr, that foursome is very legit, and not often that you see teams get that type of quantity from their top players and coach and the buy-in all around. They're going to get $12 million in cap space if Durant goes with a mid-annual and biannual exception. That's enough to get 3 or 4 guys who want a shot at the title to fill out the roster.
And speaking about Kawhi, talking about the success that the Raptors had in training for potentially a 1-year player, he could leave them in the offseason. But, they got to the finals with him. They made a lot of risky moves. Do you think we'll see a lot of teams be more open to trading for players who maybe have 1 year left on their contract in hopes of just making a short-term run at a championship?
I don't know if we'll see a lot of teams do it. We'll see a lot of smart executives, put some more on the table. We've heard the Celtics now are going to chase AD regardless of what Kyrie decides to do. Does that mean they keep Tatum on the offer? I think Tatum gets some AD. So maybe they just go after AD for the 1 year. Ainge is really a chips all in kind of guy. But I still think we've seen smaller markets, always involved, but it's more so they never had, really the gutspa to kind of clench it. Either they didn't have enough assets or the area wasn't appealing enough that the player or agent could have had a standoff. I think now, especially Toronto, OKC, those teams that are just a piece away and feel like they have the right culture, the right coaching, and they want to just do that 1 year run, they'll make those moves. So Boston is a team I said before. Brooklyn, I think, is building themselves up to be that kind of team. I think the smart executives understand if you just get the player in the building, you have that year to try to win them over.
Did you just use the word chutzpah?
I did.
That is amazing. I mean,
It's not a big word, Carm.
It's a suit.
the only time I ever hear chutzpah is when I go to synagogue, and Brandon is just dropping it out here at halftime of Game 5 of the Finals. I think he deserves some credit for using the word chutzpah. When do you hear the word? When do you hear the word chutzpah?
I don't think I've ever heard that word in general, to be honest with you.
Right. I mean,
Y'all don't get out much.
He just busted out a chutzpah. Richard, you ever hear a chutzpah?
I've heard of chutzpah.
You've heard of chutzpah? I feel super warm to Brandon right now. Hey, before you go, your guess on what happens with KD in the summer?
I think he still goes to New York. I think it's mapped out. I think he wants that next challenge. I think the reason we saw Steph follow him back is they really do care. They really do know they need him if they want to continue this dominant run. They could still be a great team, as I mentioned before, but if they want to be the clear-cut favorites every year, they're going to need that third guy, and KD has been perfect fit for them. A couple of videos I made on YouTube earlier because I didn't get a chance to write about it. You can kind of see the difference just having him on the court, even if they play him in the corner in the Harrison Barnes type role. Driving kick threes are more open for them. The ball movement threes look a lot better just because the defense has to at least give Kevin Durant some respect. In Game 4, we saw them ignore Cousins, ignore Green, ignore Iguodala. Basically, anyone who wasn't Steph or Clay, they just completely ignored, and they got them a victory.
So you think KD's going to New York. Which New York team, though? The Knicks or the Nets?
I still think it's the Knicks. The Nets, I think the move they made with the trade for Allen Crabbe and the 2 first-round picks is
cute.
Definitely a signal that something's happening, but is it a signal that they want Kyrie and enough space to keep D'Angelo? Is it they want Kyrie and to chase another person, or is it Kyrie, Jimmy, their best buds, or is it Kyrie, KD? We won't know. I think Kyrie is the guy that they have the 1 foot in the door right now, and as long as they have the Kyrie out there, they can chase another big star. And I just don't think Durant wants to do Brooklyn. I think he's New York Knicks, the Garden, the Mecca of basketball, that whole storyline. I think, even if he gets them to Eastern Conference Finals, he's revered. He might get a statue the next day if they lose in New York. So I just think that appeal is too much for him to turn down at this stage of his career.
Who's coming with him?
That's a tough one. I thought it would be Kemba for a while, but now the word out there is that he has no interest in coming back home. I don't think they have enough to make an AD deal. I kind of think he ends up in LA with LeBron. And then after that, it's just kind of throwing darts at the board. Maybe they keep the young core and trying to tell Durant maybe next year we'll get the guy, or they move him for a Brad Bill or someone like that in a trade. But I just think KD is zeroed in on the Knicks, and I don't think he cares who comes with him at this point.
You mean New Orleans doesn't want a Dennis Smith Jr. on their team? Come on. That's a great asset to have.
Kyrie's going to join him in New York, and if it's not Kyrie, I'll throw another odd out of the box play. Kawhi Leonard, Knicks, along with KD.
Because those two just make
that
sense.
Would be something.
I mean, they'd figure it out. They
would.
And win titles. All
they
right.
would just sit them on both ends on the court. They put Kawhi on defense only, Kevin on offense only, and just win every game 100-0.
That's true. That would work.
Brandon, you're awesome, man. Great stuff all playoffs long. I feel like we're saying goodbye because we all know that the Raptors are going to come back and win right now. But maybe we'll see you for Game 6 on Thursday night.
If so, I'll have to step it up. Maybe I'll wear velvet.
Oh, now I really hope we go to Thursday.
Are you at I feel like you're about to go teach a high school class. What's going on with the background today?
This is my kitchen, actually.
Okay.
Same background every time. Is just I think the suit just makes things look better.
Okay.
The suit makes it pop.
Well, you look good. We appreciate it. At Jefferson_hoops. You can read his coverage at _step_back. Brandon Jefferson. Great stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks
Brandon.
Wow.
You had to pull out another Nets are just cute.
Of course, he's going to do that until the Nets aren't cute anymore.
Because I know it gets under your skin, the cute Brooklyn Nets. Maybe they won't be cute anymore by the time free agency's over.
More than cute.
Well, what happened to them in the playoffs this year? What was their cute little story?
Their cute little story was they played against Joel Embiid.
They got eaten.
They got eaten by Embiid and company. I don't even remember that far back. It seems so long ago.
That
we did one, and we streamed one of those games. That's the funny thing about it.
It does seem like so long ago.
Well,
I mean, even the Jasmyn wasn't here, but the Game 7 bounce That seemed like forever ago.
It does. It really, really does.
I think we have a few minutes before the third quarter starts. So I think it's time for maybe our final edition of
Who tweeted?
Who He What? What are you doing?
At.
What are you doing? Let's try that again. Now that you all know what I'm talking about.
Now's a 9-4.
The last edition of
Who
Tweeted.
that?
There it is.
That was the best one yet.
All right, so you know
Only
the
took
name
us
of
like
the
12
game. I
times.
throw a tweet up on the board, and by me I mean Richard throws a tweet up on the board, and we give you guys a chance to figure out who the hell tweeted that.
Who tweeted that? Brought
I'm
to
ready.
you by...
No one.
FanSided.
We love...
Jasmine.
By me.
We love stealing from...
First tweet, tweeted on March 29th of this year. Wondering how I've gone through a life like this and never did/done drugs.
I know those periods at the end. That's Serge Ibaka.
It is not Serge Ibaka.
It's Andre Iguodala.
It's Andre Iguodala.
Every time I'm super confident, I'm
man.
dead
Mark on the
wrong.
board first. All right. He searched through these. Second tweet of the night.
Researched.
Tweeted on July 20th, 2015. Always the littlest dudes taking up the exit row seats, SMH. Which is very true, by the way.
Serge Ibaka.
It's not Serge Ibaka. Just for reference, there's not a Serge Ibaka
Danny
tweet
Green.
tonight.
Mark
It is. It's Danny Green.
Yes.
Wilson tied 1-1. Here we go.
Ooh, that was a big pull by you.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Third tweet of
I
the
mean,
night.
first one was pretty good by you, so.
Tweeted on July 13th, 2018. I'm convinced the creator of all these baby toy strollers and walkers is some sick woman getting revenge on the dads who have to put up with this shiitake mushrooms together.
Klay Thompson.
Why would anything be so hard to put together? It's for a baby.
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson does not have children, so no.
Well, he could be.
It's not Fred VanVleet because this is July 2018.
Okay.
And he's a new father.
You get one guess.
Norman Powell.
No. One guess, Wilson.
Jeremy Lin.
No, you're both wrong. It is Fred VanVleet. He has a daughter, so
Ah.
yeah. And actually,
Why have we been hyping up this whole story like he's a brand
yeah,
new
he
dad?
had to, he actually told people at the press conference, y'all got to chill because my daughter's getting jealous. So he had to shout her out in the press conference.
Yeah, that actually is really rude.
So this one is for all the marbles. This is the last tweet of the night here, folks.
Oh, my.
This decides who wins all of who tweeted that for the rest of eternity.
And we alternate picks until somebody gets it.
There it is.
For a winner.
August 11th, 2013.
My birthday.
Guess I'll go to bed now, but watching You So Crazy by Martin isn't the movie to try to sleep on. LMAO, chillin'. And if you don't know what You So Crazy by Martin is, it is a stand-up comedy special by one Martin Lawrence.
Pascal Siakam.
Nope.
That was a terrible guess.
Your chillin' is giving me Serge Ibaka vibes.
Nope. I told you there's not a Serge Ibaka tweet in
I
this
didn't
tonight.
hear that.
You don't listen.
I'm going to go with Kevin Durant.
No.
Andre Iguodala.
No.
Kyle Lowry.
Yes. Mark is the first winner of
Great work.
the first season of Who Tweeted That
tweeted
by a score of 3-1. Mark wins the whole salami.
Unless we're back on for Game 6.
Unless we're back on for Game 6.
Although the
As
best-
I don't think Jasmine's doing more polls on those tweets.
The best you can do is tie, even if it gets a 7. So I win, you lose. You were a great competitor.
Good job, guys.
Cute, some might say.
Some might say cute. Some might say adorable. 67-56. That was our halftime entertainment for you. Thanks again to Brandon Jefferson for jumping in here. Let's see what the Raptors can do here. Fred VanVleet starting the second half as he's been doing. Gets cut off. And they go up top to Kawhi, who runs by Kevon Looney, who hits Siakam in the corner, who shoots a 3, who misses it, and the Warriors the rebound. Game 6,
I mean,
potentially.
do we think that the Raptors are gonna win this tonight? What do you guys? Because I think the Warriors.
I thought that
win.
when KD was playing, which was a strange prediction to make.
Interesting.
In retrospect,
So
but
do you still feel that way?
yeah,
That the Raptors are gonna win?
yeah,
Okay.
I think the Warriors are going to keep it close, but ultimately, I think the Raptors, in this iteration of the Warriors, are the better team, and they're going to prevail.
I'm picking Toronto, but I'd like to see Kawhi get going fairly soon. Lowry in the lane. Fadeaway shot over Looney. He's got it.
There
Good
it
move
is.
by Kyle Lowry.
Lowry doing things like that helps as well.
That's true.
Yeah, he
I
earned
mean,
that.
they
Lowry was
definitely
7
need
points,
someone else to step up.
5
They had
assists.
3 guys in double digits in the first half, but outside of that, I mean, not a ton of production from anyone else.
Steph Curry, 3 from up top. Rattles out. Rebound to the Raptors. Kawhi spinning to the baseline. Gets it poked away by Iguodala. Able to get it back. Kawhi back in the lane. Ball ends up at the corner. VanVleet for 3, and he's got it.
Just nails it down. Fred VanVleet with the 2 children,
I'm
by the
still
way.
shook that he has 2 kids.
He has
and we
2
hyped
kids,
up
and
this
no one talked
whole-
about the daughter. How typical.
Hyped up this whole, this is him as a father. He's been a father.
Yeah, he's been a father for a minute.
Ooh, Draymond with a drive, had an open layup, missed it. Raptors the rebound. VanVleet for Siakam, right baseline on the drive against Iguodala. Short shot in the lane. Banked it
how did
in
that
and
go
a
in?
foul.
And one.
How did that go
Spicy
in?
P.
Momentum with the Raptors as they've cut it to 4 with a free throw coming.
How do you guys feel about the nickname Spicy P?
He doesn't like hot food, so I dislike it.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, he shouldn't be. His Twitter handle is pskills43, which P-Skills isn't like a nickname, but I like it. Like rolls off the tongue.
P-Skills. And
Yeah,
it's like,
P-Skills.
I mean, kind of works with Siakam. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Spicy P is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you have to like hot food in order to have spicy pea.
Yeah. That's unfortunate that he doesn't, and it's unfortunate that he just missed his free throw.
Rebound to Golden State, still up by 4. Steph's got to get hot. I'm not loving Steph's body language right now.
He feels. I mean, it's the same kind of body language that they've had. The Warriors in general have had in Game 3 and 4, just defeated as. Body language doesn't matter because Steph Curry just nailed a 3.
Yeah, I take it back. Tremendous body language.
Fantastic. All of it, just
But
positive.
you're seeing what I'm seeing, though, right?
Yeah, it's just.
It's like a little malaise.
They've kind of looked just dreary, sort of.
I mean, there's a potential, team-altering injury hanging in the balance with KD because it could have been worse. Some people are saying they slowed down the video, and some people saw that they saw something pop.
I hate when we do that with players' injuries. That is
Yeah.
the creepiest thing.
Yeah. So, and it came from the doctor.
The doctor guy?
Yeah, the doctor guy on Twitter. I forgot what his handle is, but the one who always analyzes
talking
everything.
about-
Have we verified that
Injuries.
that guy's for real?
Yes, he used to be a team doctor.
Okay. That's good.
Are we talking about Will?
I have no idea what his name is. I just know. Ooh,
VanVleet misses a 3 up top. Rebound.
But then again, that
foul
one guy,
called on the floor. I think on Andre because he's throwing his arms up in the air.
I was thinking about the injury doctor guy. What is his name?
No, I'm thinking of Pro Football Doc.
Oh, okay. So we're
David
talking about 2
Chow.
different people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Will Carroll at injury expert. But that's not who you're talking about, so my thoughts are irrelevant. Back to live action. 70-63. Iguodala for 3. Got it.
Almost the same
Andre
spot.
Iggy from the left corner.
if there's a
Almost the
time
same
for
spot
Iggy to
as
show up,
Game 2.
it's now.
Yeah, because he's been, I don't know, absent since Game 2.
Basically.
10-point lead for the Warriors. They withstood a little push there by Toronto. And now
Playing
Kawhi.
excellent defense.
He's limited Kawhi
Yeah.
on several possessions so far.
Okay, Fred. Stayed in front of Clay, even though it didn't really matter, but he stayed in front of him.
Wow. Clay just muscling VanVleet to the basket. Gets the layup to go
And
down.
I don't know what this was, but that was his celebration after.
What was it?
He just went like
Oh, I don't
after.
know. It's like, yeah, that was pretty easy.
Wow. Clay Thompson, that leg
Nice
holding
kick
together
out to
nicely.
Andre.
And a good pass from Curry to Iggy, who knocks down a 3.
I mean, Clay was minutes away from playing in Game 3, so I don't think his injury was.
His injury was light.
Yeah, it was. They were protecting him more than anything. Performance that we've seen them dominate in Game 3 and 4, they've kind of come out pretty slow. Obviously, they have a couple of guys in double figures, but it's not the typical on the defensive end, especially. They're letting Klay Thompson they're letting Andre Iguodala open on the 3-point line. They weren't that was not happening previously. Kawhi has how many turnovers now? I feel like he has like 4.
Yeah, he's. I don't want to say he's not taking care of the ball well because that's not it. He's just getting
Oh, he only has
double
one
teamed
turnover.
and guarded very well. I'm
Oh no,
saying
he has
4.
4. He does
Yeah.
have 4. Okay, I was right. Okay.
But this whole series, he's kind of been pressured to the point where he's dropping the ball a little bit more than usual, and it's the final, so you kind of expect that. But the increased pressure.
I mean, I think it's pressure in winning this game tonight and the fact that it's at home, you're up 3-1. Like, you want to close out the series because you don't want to give the Warriors any sign of hope. Whether KD's going to be able to come back for Game 6 or 7 or not, like, you just don't want to give the Warriors any chance to come back and force a Game 7, even if it is in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, they've been in Game 7s. They know they've won championships. Toronto doesn't have that experience. They have guys who have played in championship levels, like Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, but it's not the same when you have a team like the Warriors who've been here.
There's speculation going around Twitter. It's just speculation. We're obviously not reporting anything, and nobody knows anything other than the fact that Katie's going to have an MRI tomorrow. But people are just watching the injury over and over. We're talking about pops. People are speculating that it could be an Achilles.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, but I didn't want to say it and
That was
freak
also
everybody
my
out.
first thought.
Yeah,
and
I didn't want to put that out there because I have no
We have no
knowledge
idea.
of that.
But if that is the case, that would supremely suck.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes.
If he was not 100%, his ass should not have been on the floor. Like, obviously, injuries are going to happen regardless, but coming off an injury where you've been out for a month, and even if it was him at 80%, if I'm Kevin Durant, and I'm not speaking on the Warriors' behalf, if I'm Kevin Durant myself, I'm not stepping on a basketball court until I'm 100%. I don't care that it's an elimination game. I don't care that we're down 3. I do not care. I'm not going out there to injure myself going into a free agency season or off season that could potentially cost me money.
Yeah,
He's
and
still going to get a crap ton of money, but
didn't they say before the game too that they were confident there would be almost no risk for a long-term injury? So if it is an Achilles, which again we don't know that that's the case, that's definitely kind of a long-term thing if it's seriously torn or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't look great. I'm seeing lots of this video shared across my timeline, and I can't stand when that happens. I know it's not a particularly gross injury, but I find it,
I mean,
it's just so weird.
they're showing Katie when he first got injured in the Rockets series. And then now the Serge Ibaka.
We've seen it.
I actually want to see that Rockets injury one more time and how he grabbed. Who knows? I'm fingers crossed it's not an Achilles.
Yeah, absolutely. That's terrible.
I mean, that would do a lot to his free agency as well.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I mean, you'd still sign him to a max deal even if he had it, but that's just brutal.
Would you sign him to a max deal with a?
I would.
I don't know if I would.
You think of the team that's signing him. It's the New York Knicks. Of course they will.
Fadeaway shot by Klay Thompson.
That is a very Knicks thing to do, but
Exactly.
it's so much risk. He's probably out for all of next year if that's the case.
Yeah, and who knows what he comes back and is, but we'll see. Kawhi Leonard, jumper on the right baseline, no good with the left hand, rebound with the Warriors. And again, hopefully he just has a little bit of a calf injury and he'll be back and be healthy for next season.
Raptors struggling to get anything going on the offensive end, mainly because the Warriors' defense has been really tight on them, especially on Kawhi.
3 ball from Steph, no good. Rebound tipped around. I think they're going to get an over-the-back call on Kevon Looney, who looks like he's
been just
injured
tossed
again.
around. I mean, credit him.
Kevon Looney is the one guy in the NBA right now that's like hockey player tough. Just full, I don't care if my limbs are completely falling apart, I'm still going to play. He just jumped over Kyle Lowry right there.
I mean, I think Klay Thompson is at that level too.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, this guy's like, you're playing with a broken collarbone. Good God.
4 fouls for Kyle Lowry already. Not great for the Raptors.
No, I mean
The fans are also not into it.
They got to get Marc Gasol going back again. He hasn't taken a shot so far in the second half.
Oh, this is Oracle?
Wow, they're pretty full for a watch party there.
That is impressive. They're showing Oracle, which is going to be torn down. Warriors fans showing those are the real Warriors fans right there. They just showed Oracle and it looked like it was
Nice
jam-packed.
patience by Looney. Pump fake on Siakam to get the bucket.
The people that go to Game 5 watch party at Oracle should get the seats for Game 6 if they hold on.
Yeah.
77-63 Warriors by 14. Van Vliet at the foul line.
Okay.
Covered up by Looney.
I'm surprised they're not going to Marc Gasol, who's guarded by Draymond, who has 3 fouls. Like, he's not going to be as aggressive 3-point as the time expires.
Did he get that off?
Fred Van Vliet, he did.
Wow, that was a good pass from Gasol. Patience by the Raptors.
Maybe that'll be something that wakes him up.
77-66. Van Vliet hits the 3. Steph Curry coming right back at you. Rimming, no. Rebound to Siakam. Raptors running 2-on-3.
Drake's out there directing people to get back on offense.
Siakam for Lowry. For Gasol. For Van Vliet.
Oh, he thought about it.
Gasol down low, gets fouled by Clay going up.
Yeah, wait, to your second best Raptor, can I change my answer to Drake? Is that an eligible answer?
And that isn't, you can.
I'm not going to, but
He had on like a Nike dry fit shirt, like he was about to throw on a jersey on top of it and go out there and play. Like, damn, dude.
do you need me? You need me, coach? Put me in, coach.
4:50 to go here in the third quarter. Durant injured back in the locker room. If you're just joining us, hopefully he'll be okay down the line, but he's certainly not okay tonight. And I would assume not going to be okay anytime soon. Marc Gasol free throw is in. We got a 10-point game as the Raptors with some work to do, though, to close this thing out. It's never easy, the closeout game, with or without KD.
No, it's not. It's a lot of pressure on them. And right now, they're not showing any signs of Kevin Looney coming out.
They're just
The spills he's taken with that broken collarbone are spills you don't want to take with a completely healthy body.
I mean, Kevin Looney's like a UFC fighter right now, how much he's taking on. Guy's just getting cracked left and right. Give him credit. Battling his way through. I guess I don't know. I guess he can't do any further damage.
I have no idea.
I mean, that seems false.
Yeah, I feel like there's always more damage that can be done. The crowd's now getting back into it. They've been, sitting.
Did they just realize that they're at an NBA Finals
Honestly.
game again?
Three ball from Clay from the right wing. No.
They're
Rebound to
lucky that
Kawhi.
Boogie in the game now as well as Looney went out.
Boogie's played a good third quarter. Actually, he's played well all night.
Sean Livingston also in the game.
Van Vliet for
That looks
three.
in. Yeah,
Oh,
that
wow.
looks right on the money.
Wow.
Aggressive
That was
one
straight on the
dribble
line.
and straight up with it. Bang.
Here come the Raptors.
He's been
11 points.
so confident.
3 of 6 from 3 from Fred Van Vliet.
Oh, Steph just knocked down Van Vliet.
Nice find.
Oh, and
Block on.
they're going to call a foul
Marc
on
Gasol?
Gasol on
Yeah.
the pass, on Draymond's pass.
He just stepped right on that.
On the sweeper.
Oh,
What do we
she's
got?
just trying to do her job.
That's a good call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gasol was not squared up to Draymond.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Fred Van Vliet has been
That
so
is-
insanely confident.
That is
this
Marc
series.
Gasol's third foul. So they've got Marc Gasol with 3, Kyle Lowry with 4, and Fred Van Vliet playing with 3 fouls. Steph Curry. No, never mind.
The Raptors cleanup crew doing a great job getting the sweat off the court right now. That was a very
Great analysis.
thorough performance.
Oh, wait, no, that was Marc Gasol's 4th foul, not 3rd. It just updated.
Okay. 4 fouls on Marc Gasol. Raptors down by 6. Clay on the drive, off for Boogie.
Telegraphed that
Boogie
pass.
had a wide open shot, didn't want to shoot it, and now Livingston turns it over. That Boogie should have shot the basketball.
He definitely should have.
4 minutes to go here in the third. Raptors trying to win their first ever title. They've been down all night. Lowry in the
easy.
lane.
Great move.
Lets Boogie go by, lays it in. 77-73.
10-0 run by the Raptors last 2 minutes.
Steph pull up 16-footer, back rim no good.
Oh.
Rebound comes to Steph.
Oh, no.
Open 3 for Clay. Got it.
He's going to make those 100
Oh.
out of 100.
That's a blow right there for Toronto. You get Steph to miss a shot he doesn't normally miss. You don't get the rebound, and then Clay drills a 3, back up by 7.
Clay Thompson with 20 points, by the way.
Played a great game.
He's got 20. Steph, I keep wanting to call him Seth, which is terrible, has 26 points.
Kawhi Leonard 3 from the right corner. No, they're going to call a foul on Boogie down low, trying to box out Marc Gasol.
Kawhi Leonard is 4-15 from the field tonight, by the way.
He has not played well.
No, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
How many turnovers?
0 for 4 from 3
4
and 4 turnovers.
In the starting lineup for the Raptors, Danny Green and Marc Gasol are your only positive players. +6 for Green, +3 for Gasol.
That's kind of scary, though, that Kawhi hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's setting up for either a really big fourth quarter from him, or this could fall apart very quickly for Toronto.
Right.
And we could be seeing a Game 6 on Thursday.
Another
Kawhi-
travel.
Yeah, it was nearly traveled again. Serge misses a 3.
Oh.
Tipped up. No. Danny
Oh.
Green tipped again.
Oh.
No. Tipped around.
Oh, why are you running away from the ball, Kyle Lowry? What are you doing?
Able to pick it up from Steph.
Oh,
Now shooting
really?
a 3.
Why did he take
No.
why?
Draymond the rebound.
Lowry, dude, what are you doing?
What? Now he's getting headlocked by
Oh
DeMarcus
my
Cousins.
God.
That was an
Why did he
ugly
take that shot?
sequence of basketball.
What did they just call down
Goaltending.
low? Okay, goaltending. That makes
Why
sense.
did Kyle Lowry take that 3?
He's been doing that
Like,
all.
slow it down,
He has done that this
get
whole
a good
series.
shot. Yeah, I know. And it's just like, how has no one told him, dude, stop doing
I'm
that?
sure they have.
Serge got that shot before it hit the glass,
They'll probably review that, right? No?
but I guess it was on the.
They've missed so many of those goaltending calls. They missed 2 in that one game. Was it game 3? Game 3. I think they missed 2.
The ball might have been on the way down, even though it hadn't hit the glass yet. But
Yeah, take the ball out of Lowry's hands. There's no telling what he's going to do with it.
Raptors down by 9. Kawhi Leonard.
Not doing a great job taking care of the ball. Fred VanVleet was open for like 5 seconds.
In the lane, Lowry.
Nice take by Kyle Lowry. Made up for the boneheaded three-point shot.
5 of 11, 11 points for Lowry, a 7-point game. Raptors being led by Marc Gasol with 17. 3 ball for Steph. His feet were set, but he missed it. Rebound to the Raptors. Lowry again on the push. In the lane.
Serge.
Ibaka loses the ball out of bounds trying to dribble before he actually had control of the basketball. 2:12 left here in the third.
I mean, for an
Time on the
elimination,
floor.
with an elimination game like this, it's exciting that it's this close. But you're kind of just waiting for the Raptors to just kind of take over and then just control the rest of the game. I don't know when the hell that's going to happen.
They cut it down to 3. We got to a 1-possession game, but the Warriors have been able to withstand the charges to this point.
I mean, as unfortunate as it is that Durant just left on crutches with a walking boot.
Oh, God.
That is coming from Ramona Shelburne. So, Durant is in a walking boot, on crutches, leaving Oracle Arena.
Which could be precautionary just to keep the weight off of it.
Yeah.
However, doesn't sound great.
That sounds awful to me. If you're leaving the arena, that sounds like you want to get something looked at immediately rather than waiting for your teammates after the game.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. That is probably the worst part of that, not really the walking boot or the crutches.
It's that he's
that could be
leaving.
precautionary. The fact that he's leaving now before the game is over, yeah, I think you're right. That does sound like something to me.
Now, the tweet just says Durant just left on crutches with a walking boot.
So it could have just been left the room.
Yeah, it could just be the
Yeah.
language that she's using. She meaning Ramona Shelburne, who was on the scene.
I mean, if he's coming back out to the court,
Which I don't think he would. He didn't do that.
yeah,
Previously.
I don't think he is either.
Maybe if it was in, the Bay, but it being in Toronto, I don't believe that.
Oh,
would be the
there's
case.
video. Katie's leaving the arena on crutches. That's coming from Cassidy Hubbard. Shout out to all the women keeping us updated, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yep. Indeed.
Now, why?
Those are some weird looking crutches.
Is he just doing it to not talk to the media afterwards?
No, I think
Because he doesn't have to talk anyway. If
Yeah.
you're injured, I don't
So
I don't
Because he hasn't
think you have
talked.
an
Because he didn't even
obligation.
talk to the media before this game. Because that's why people are like, well, maybe he's not playing because they didn't make him available to the
Yeah.
media. And then
I mean, maybe since he played in the game, he would be obligated to have a media availability. But I don't think if you go out with an injury, you'd be obligated to do that.
for the record, to Kevon Looney headed to the locker room with a wrap around the shoulder. So I'm going to guess that he's not coming back either, although you never know.
I mean, and as of right now, the Warriors don't really. It's not a huge concern. Like, hopefully, Kevon Looney is healthy and he'll get better. But they're doing fine right now because the Raptors have not been able to get on a sustainable enough run to topple the lead.
Anthony Slater said maybe kind of what we were just saying, maybe it's just a cautious approach, but he limped out in regular shoes after the last injury, talking about Kevin Durant. So I do think it's just a caution thing, but again, no doctor. Have no information here, so what do I know?
It just the close-up video here just doesn't look good. I feel like this one.
I couldn't tell you what looks good or what doesn't, so I'm not even going to try to assume.
Did you guys see that thing? The giant pillar that the dinosaur was standing on? That's pretty cool. Tweet on my timeline right now. Aw, dang. Serge is back to being a huge idiot.
Klay Thompson is 5 of 10 from the three-point line, by the way. Toronto is 5 of 24. Golden State is 15 of 31.
Ooh, 5 of 24.
That's the difference maker in this
I hear that's
game?
not good.
Right.
I mean, 15 for 31 versus 5 for 24. It's only a 7-point game. That's kind of shocking.
I mean, that's the Kevin Durant's in the game. Kevin Durant's not in the game, so it's not like The Warriors are just playing really good defense right now.
Over the top feed to Boogie, who gets behind the defense for an easy layup. He had great position on Pascal Siakam, who can't guard him in the post. The Boogie butt is going to come into play right there, 84-75.
Okay, now it's really hot in here.
You guys
Feeling
want to
the
turn
heat.
up the heat.
Kawhi Leonard thought about shooting a three, covered up nicely by Boogie. Siakam working on Draymond, has him in the lane, short shot on the way. Nope.
Draymond doing
Ooh, good tip in Serge Ibaka.
Draymond doing everything to not foul Pascal Siakam. He
Good
does
defense.
not want that next foul.
Kev Ben, the refs are helping the Raptors.
Okay, that's a take.
I mean, I don't think it's been a particularly hugely biased game here, but
I think it's been pretty evenly called. I don't think the refs have had a lot to.
Iggy just broke the backboard on a three rebound to the Raptors.
There have been tons of bad calls, but I feel like they've been pretty even.
Kawhi's just going to keep running straight into the paint, and they're going to keep fouling him, and he's just going to keep getting his buckets at the line.
Kawhi just
Or he's going to score outright.
Yeah.
One or the other. Pick your poison.
If he's not going to make them from the field, he's going to get to the free throw line and make them.
Just looking at the foul, just for the record here, 19 fouls.
Boogie could barely dunk that ball.
Yeah.
That was kind of discouraging to see. Oof.
The Warriors have been called for 19 fouls. The Raptors have been called for 16 fouls. The Raptors have shot 26 free throws.
Missed.
The Warriors have
First free
shot
throw
12.
by Kawhi, by the way. Not great.
If and when Game 6, Thursday night, that would be 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Sunday would be 8 Eastern, 7 Central if we get to a Game 7, as they're showing Oracle right now, and Warriors fans coming out in droves to watch on the big screen at home. Good for you, Golden State. 6-point game here as both free throws go in, 84-78.
Game 7 on Father's Day would be an interesting strategy.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No.
I mean, we do, but like, jumper on the baseline.
Oh.
No good Iguodala. Ball's tipped out of bounds. The Raptors have it.
Sean Livingston doing Sean Livingston things.
2-possession game. They're showing Klay Thompson, who's picking at his hair.
Looks stressed.
He's not feeling very comfortable right now.
More lint for Drake.
Raptors will play for 1 rather than going 2 for 1. So
Yeah,
Golden State's going to have the shot at it.
And Kawhi, there's no one over there, my guy.
Pass to
There's nobody over
a
there.
Warrior on the bench.
This has not been Kawhi's night. We've said that a bunch, but just saying it again.
But he still has 14 points.
And, yeah, I mean, it's not an efficient 14 points.
No.
And it's been mostly at the line.
26.7% from the field, 0-4 from beyond the arc.
Terrible.
5 turnovers.
5 assists.
That's not a good ratio.
Not great.
Closeout game, though. As the guy,
The Raptors look really discouraged right now. Like, y'all need to get it together. If you're trying to win this game,
you were down by
really
6 points.
Like, you really want to go back to Oracle and wrap up there? Come on.
I think there's just a little frustration. They feel like they shouldn't be trailing by 6. Here's Draymond for 3, short, rebound. Kawhi's got it, 1
Oh,
second.
you should have got it out, man.
And that will do it for the third quarter. Toronto will go into the fourth quarter trailing by 6 as they try to close it out. We'll be back. No, we're not going anywhere. I'm just kidding. 84.
Oh, you really got me there.
Kawhi had 1 point in the third quarter.
1.
And that was a 1 free throw because he missed the other one.
With the performance we've gotten from Kawhi tonight, the Raptors are fortunate they're only down by 6.
Yes, they are because no one else is pulling through. So,
Toronto has shot 41% for the game, 26 of 63. They're 5 of 24 from the three-point line. They've kept themselves in the game at the foul line, 21 of 27.
I mean, I think that's what they have to continue to do until they start making outside shots because I think you, again, trying to attack the paint, try and get Draymond in more foul trouble. Does he have 4 fouls yet or no?
Draymond's got 3 fouls.
So he's still got 3 fouls. So that right there shows me that they're not executing what, in my opinion, should be their game plan. Because he's been playing with 3 fouls since the second quarter. And you have not attacked him once to try and get him in more foul trouble and get him out of the game.
And we'll give Draymond credit. They did. I mean, I remember one play specifically, Siakam going at him, and he was able to play some decent defense.
Yeah.
But they certainly didn't take advantage of him having 3 fouls. And he's got a technical, so we'll see if he holds it together here. But, I mean, I think if you're Toronto, you got to feel great overall. You haven't played well. You're down 6. 2-possession game.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, it's like no one's really stepping up and getting shots off. And when Clay and Steph are playing consistently and hitting threes left and right, doesn't say a lot about your defense either.
You've got how many guys do you have in double figures right now? You got 5 guys in double figures. Van Vliet's got 11. Lowry's got 11. Siakam with 12. 14 for Kawhi and 17 for Gasol. Who's going to put him on their back? Bottom line, Kawhi. Can you do it? If not, who will step into the vacuum, if you will, and play big in the fourth quarter? I mean, Marc Gasol, you can't ask for much more for the guy. He's got 17 points and 5 shots, but that's not going to be. I don't think you can realistically look at him to be the answer here. And from a Warriors standpoint, Steph's 8 for 17, 26. I mean, do you need 40 from him? You might.
Yeah.
But we got drama coming here, team. Even without KD, you lose this game, you're Toronto. The Warriors start to get some confidence. You get the crowd behind them. And, hey, it ain't over till it's over, as they say in the business, right?
Funny thing is, both teams scored 28 points in the second quarter and 22 in the third.
Spooky.
Which is odd. I always find that interesting. Golden State scored 34 points in the first quarter, which feels like a very long time ago that happened. I mean, Kevin Durant was playing, so.
That was a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
Iggy, Clay, Boogie, Draymond, all with 3 fouls. Marc Gasol, Kyle Lowry, a 4 for the Raptors. As we get ready to go in the fourth quarter, how long do you let Clay sit out? I mean, how long do you let Kawhi sit out here?
Not long, because, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just not his night, and you try and get someone else going, but he's the best player on your team, and he's the one that I think needs to lead them to come back and win this game if they have a shot at winning and closing out the series.
Yeah, if Kawhi is there, through the first 3 quarters of this game, it's completely different.
This has been just a funky game, for lack of a better word. Durant looked phenomenal. The Warriors looked powerful. The Warriors
have held off the Raptors for the entire remainder of the game.
And then he got hurt. And then he went out.
Danny Green, wow, missed damn near everything. Overshot it completely.
5 for 25 now.
And that was an incredible look from Ibaka.
So here we go, fourth quarter, Golden State, the basketball, up by 6. They start out with Quinn
Danny
Cook.
Green
This is when you need
falling.
to attack. This is how you get back in the game. They have Jordan Bell out there. They've got Quinn Cook out there. Like, this is when the Raptors need to get back in the game.
Guys are getting rest. Steph's on the bench. He's got the towel over the head. Boogie, beautiful drive, ended up with Boogie getting fouled. Boogie's got 13 points in 11 minutes. He's 6 of 7 from the field. He's got 5 rebounds.
He's mad he didn't get the start.
Hell of a game by the Boogie. Kawhi sitting out. Marc Gasol is
a
on
lot
the
of
bench.
nicknames for him tonight. The Boogie, 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 Boogie.
Boogie on, Boogie down, Boogie free throw, Boogie short.
Miss.
The Raptors have Ibaka, Siakam, Danny Green, and I can't see any other Raptor right now. I mean, everything feels like a key stretch, right? Second free throw, good. Lowry's out there. Can he give them offense right now?
What can he say out of foul trouble?
That too, 4 fouls. So here they come with Siakam. Your 5th Raptor is Norman Powell, who's lurking in the left corner. Lowry on the drive. Lowry cut off. Lowry still dribbling. Lowry to Ibaka, who nearly walked. Lowry to 7 to shoot.
Yeah,
Powell, beautiful feed for Ibaka,
okay.
and the layup goes in. Nice job, Norman Powell, and a beautiful catch and finish by Serge Ibaka. 5-point game.
It took a while, and they got it done, but this Raptors lineup is not built to score a ton.
But work it for a good shot, though.
I mean, I think you just keep feeding it down low to Serge, and missed 3 by Boogie.
Boogie shooting threes. I think if you're Toronto, you want that.
Mm-hmm.
Missed it. And here's
Siakam guarded by Jordan Bell, which is a mismatch, in my opinion.
Jordan Bell doing a nice job staying with him,
Yeah.
though. Able to poke it away. It ends up in Serge's hands. Now working on Boogie.
Teardrop.
Shoots over him. Makes it.
Surge.
Serge's eyes get about this big when he sees Boogie guarding
Yeah.
him because he knows Boogie's got
too
no
slow.
lift.
Yep.
And he's not quick enough.
And it's not like they can put anybody else out there because Andrew Bogut would be the same, if not worse.
And now Toronto is within 3.
Here they come. I mean, how quickly, if you're Steve Kerr, do you put step back in the game.
Quinn Cook for 3.
Oh,
Got
damn.
it.
Never mind.
Quinn Cook has hit
It
some
just-
big shots in this
It
series.
just bought Steph some more. Oh, well, Steph's at the scores table, as is Draymond.
Yeah, your season's on the line. I think you got to get your guys out there.
So then I
Lowry on
wonder
the
if-
drive pass. Boogie lets him
Nice.
go by, fades away.
Nice.
He's done that a couple times
That's
tonight.
what his game should
Yeah.
be. And then you supplement it with the threes, not coming down the court 24
Chucking 'em up.
seconds. Yeah, just chucking them up. Like, come on, man.
Quinn Cook working on Norman Powell, gets him in the lane,
Oh,
handoff to
too
Jordan
easy.
Bell.
He was just waiting
Made
there.
Too
it.
easy.
Jordan
And-
Bell makes a short shot. Steph's looking around. Y'all need me? I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think he's wondering, like, do I still need to be in the game right now? Can I take a rest? I think we're doing fine. What? Take Boogie. What? And
They called that on
They called a
Serge.
foul on Serge
Yeah.
trying to clear space down low. And Nick Nurse is beside himself. The Raptors trying to make a push here, but the Warriors are, for right now, holding him off. Nice feed from Quinn Cook to Jordan Bell in the fourth quarter in an elimination game in the NBA Finals. That was not the plan for the Warriors coming into the year/series.
No. It's interesting because I feel like the refs are calling this game a way tighter than they have all series. And it's kind of playing with Toronto a bit because there's a lot of stuff that's been happening that we've seen in previous games that have not been called. And it's kind of throwing them off their game, getting them out of their rhythm, which I think is why we're seeing what we're seeing now.
Steph is back in there. They got a very small lineup right now. Here's Draymond down the lane. Off for Bell. Couldn't
Wow.
catch it. Jordan Bell back to Draymond. Fadeaway
Oh,
shot.
no, says Serge.
Oh, 24
Shot
second
clock.
shot clock violation. That's why Draymond took a shot that he would
I
never
thought
shoot.
they were going to call a foul on that.
Yeah,
It's
me
like,
too. I was like,
uh-uh.
that's terrible.
That's clean.
Let's check in with Doris. Here we go. Showing KD leaving the arena.
The
in a boot.
information we already gave you on the stream like 20 minutes ago.
Walking boot on the right calf,
Saw
right
Rich
leg.
climbing there on the phone behind him.
Wow. Okay. Baseline Kawhi. Cut off. Out front Lowry. Draymond.
I think you give it to Serge. You really give it to Serge now that Draymond's on him.
Lowry for 3. Over Bell. Got it.
Oh,
Kyle Lowry playing big. 3-point game.
Woo! 8 minutes. Kyle Lowry, 16 points.
7 of 13 from the field.
Making Brandon
Oh,
Jefferson
Norman
proud.
Powell cannot guard Steph Curry at all.
Norman Powell's
God.
been atrocious on
That was
defense.
so bad.
Very controlled Steph with a nice lefty layup finish.
Let's see, what do they go to?
92-87.
Is it a Lowry take to the hole?
Powell off a curl.
Why is that
Get
the
him off the floor.
foul on Draymond?
I think on Quinn Cook.
Was it?
I think on, yeah.
Powell is
Although
bumped.
Draymond's looking
I
around.
thought he slapped him on his hand. Yeah, first team foul on Draymond.
Oof. That's not the foul that Draymond wants to pick up, even though he's
No. You let that one go.
he's now with 4. 33
5
minutes.
points.
Yeah.
Not a great game from Draymond.
And he's got a 3 tonight, too. Ooh, good feed.
Easy feed. Easy
Lowry for Ibaka. Left unchecked coming down the lane.
Serge has been big in this entire series, really.
And we're back to a 3-point lead.
Timeout. Timeout. Golden State. Under 8 minutes.
Do we think this goes to an overtime?
Nah.
I'm feeling.
Do we think, I mean, right now, if you had to make a decision, it's about 8 minutes left, Raptors down 3, who wins?
Oh, I got Toronto.
Raptors.
Somehow, someway. Kawhi's getting a nice rest right now. He's been out for 4 minutes. Sort of reminds me, if we go back in time.
Oh, God, here we go.
Yep, here it comes. Game 6, 1992. The bench mob. Stacey King, Bobby Hansen, B.J. Armstrong, Scottie Pippen. I forget who else was out there. But Mike was not on the court, and the Bulls rallied from 15 down, and then Mike came in and saved the day. Same thing.
So you're saying this is what's going to happen with the
Kawhi's going to
Raptors?
come off and play well his final 8 minutes, and the Raptors
I
are
mean,
gonna
he hasn't
win.
played well up until now, so if there was a time for him to step up and save this team and become the savior of Toronto and get a statue outside Scotiabank Arena, this would be it. Which I think is like one of the greatest names for an arena just because it rolls off the tongue.
If they do, let's just say for argument's sake, it's not even argument's sake, Raptors come back, they win the game, get a title, off season, Kawhi leaves, goes wherever the hell he's going to go. You put a statue up there for Kawhi?
No, I don't think they put a statue up there.
You retire as your number?
No. One season?
not.
No. That's recency
But who
bias.
knows?
It's going to go away. It's going to, people are going to have great feelings when they remember this title, and they're going to, probably
But
love
who knows?
Kawhi.
Maybe the Raptors suck for the rest of eternity after this. And I don't wish that upon them. I hope they're good. But let's say this is the only championship they're going to get in the next 20 years. And Kawhi Leonard is a big reason why you got that championship.
You got to retire the number.
Yeah, you got to retire the number. That's a big because as a fan of a team who's only won one championship and whose team constantly reminds them, like every moment we get, like on this date in history, the Dallas Mavericks came back from da-da-da to beat, like we talk about it all the time and it happened years ago. So like they're gonna do the exact same thing with Toronto, and if they suck.
Does Kawhi even show up to that number retirement ceremony?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
No, he would come. He's a happy Kawhi. I really appreciated being here for a year.
I really enjoyed being a fun guy in Toronto for a year.
For like 80 games.
I loved it in Canada. Holding up the 6 for the 6 banners that hang in Chicago. Thank you, Mike. You should be thrilled, though, Mavericks fan Jasmyn, that you got the one.
Yeah, no, I was very excited that we got the one when I was a junior in high school, 2011.
A junior in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy over here is like waiting for the Nets to do something.
I don't care if the Nets ever win.
You do care.
No,
Because
I
you're bitter
don't.
about it every time he calls them a cute story.
Because that's just flat out wrong. I just don't want Carm to be out here looking wrong. I'm looking out for Carm, trying to make sure he's accurate when he's talking about basketball with other people when I'm not around to watch him.
Question for Twitter, at the Carm,
Shouldn't you put that on Twitter then?
at Josh Wilson FS. I want it to organically happen right here. At the Carm, at Josh Wilson FS. Are the Nets either A, a cute little story from the year, or are they B, a dynasty in the making? Dynasty in the making. Is that what you said?
Those are not the words I use, but sure, you can pin that on me.
Did I overstate it?
Dude, I don't know. This was so long ago. We've done so many of these. I don't remember what the argument was. I just know that you keep calling them a cute story, and Josh hates it.
It's really been it's a way that we've connected in our basketball love. All right, back to live action
That
here.
and Andre Iguodala.
Warriors by 3 with the basketball. Steph for
quick
3.
release.
Nope.
No good. Ooh. Oh, dang, Lowry was in the perfect position. Dude, chill, damn. What do you got?
I thought that Kyle
Jeez.
Lowry wanted the basketball more than the Golden State did right there.
No, all that dribbling up against Quinn Cook. Dribble around. What are you doing? You're not going to go through
You got
him.
an entire backcourt.
Damn.
Oh, Serge almost scored again.
Kyle Lowry literally did everything there. Got the rebound, took it up the court, beat Quinn
Play
Cook in the
some
lane.
tight defense here. You don't need them to haul off and shoot another 3. Here comes Steph trying to break free.
Lowry handed it to Ibaka, just missed a short shot. Steph,
Trying to get off.
right by everybody.
No.
Ooh, shot blocked. Shot blocked at the rim.
How many
Raptors-
times have the Raptors thrown
Danny
thrown a
Green for
shot
the
off
tie.
the backboard?
No
Not
good.
Rebound
Lo-
by
there-
who
Kawhi.
else? Kawhi Leonard.
There is a fresh Kawhi Leonard going up. That's the biggest.
Double-double for Kawhi Leonard off of that rebound that he just got for the second chance points to put them within 1.
Biggest explosion off the court we've seen tonight from Kawhi on that rebound.
That
Step
just-
in the lane. Out for Iggy. Oh,
Passed
he passed down a 3 and gave it to Draymond, who
Okay.
hit it. Draymond.
That was
Draymond
Hall of Fame selflessness.
Draymond's going like this.
Draymond's hyped off of that one.
He was smiling ear to ear on that one.
They're excited in Scotiabank Arena off of that last play by Kawhi as well, being guarded by Iggy.
Pull-up jumper, Kawhi. No. Rebound to Steph. In my scenario before, Mike would have hit that shot. Quinn Cook in the lane. Quinn Cook to Iggy. Fakes the 3. Iggy on the drive.
Iggy does not want to shoot.
Draymond.
No, he sure doesn't.
What just
Double
happened?
dribble.
Oh, you.
They're really going to call that
That's the first time I
the
saw
finals?
Drake tonight.
Oh, really? I've seen him very often.
I haven't noticed him.
Yeah.
I did see some tweets that he was visibly upset when
Oh, I don't like that in slow motion.
when KD went down.
Who was?
Drake,
Yeah, they're buds.
because he loves basketball.
I mean,
And he's got Kevin Durant's number tattooed on his arm.
any fan of the NBA should have been bummed there, even if you're a Raptors
Yes,
fan.
I totally agree.
I mean, it'd be one thing if Kevin Durant was some dirty player, who had done you wrong, but that's just not
I
him.
still don't think you should be celebrating him getting injured, even if that was the case.
If it was Bill Laimbeer, I would have celebrated I would have been the greatest thing ever back in the day.
Greatest thing ever.
Yes.
Kawhi is trying to do a bit too much.
Kawhi stripped. Warrior steal. 3-ball Clay. Air
Way
ball.
off.
They're lucky he didn't make that.
Draymond.
Was he not out of bounds?
Oh,
Apparently not.
oh.
Kawhi again.
Kawhi, chill.
Whoa.
This is lack of playmaking by the. Oh my
How did he
God.
stop like that? Wait, how did he just
Wait,
stop
did they
on
give
a
that to
dime?
him? Did they give that to Norman Powell?
I think they did it. Steve Kerr's beside himself.
Whoa. Let's rewind that. He took off from hella far.
How did Kawhi just stop? And
Steve wanted to travel.
I don't think he did. In this instance,
You don't.
Oh,
He wanted to walk in all day.
he didn't.
I don't think so.
No?
Impressively, I don't
Can
think
we
he
talk
did.
about where Norman Powell
you're
took off
saying,
from?
You're saying no.
I'm saying Kawhi. I don't understand how Kawhi stopped on a dime like that. And
And did not travel.
yeah,
He didn't travel.
he has traveled several times
Yes.
tonight, but there I don't.
That was
think he
not a
did.
travel.
Were you saying Norman Powell traveled?
No, I'm saying
No,
can
I'm
we?
saying
No, I was saying
That
that
was an
Steve Kerr was livid
impressive
that there was a
dunk.
travel.
for on Kawhi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Someone said Norman thought it was a free play and tried to jump from Space Jam.
Yeah, it's funny that
what it looked
Norm
like.
Powell was actually did have a huge dunk there, but we're just talking about how
That's
Kawhi,
why I'm like, can we talk about that? He damn near almost tried to take off from the free throw line. Didn't work. He missed it by a mile. You're no Zion, sir.
The Warriors stopped playing because they thought that Kawhi had traveled so bad, and Norman Powell just kept running and got himself a dunk.
Did you think Kawhi traveled or no?
I did. I want to see it again though.
2-point game.
I mean, he's
I think it looked like he had to travel for that to happen like that, but I think he stopped.
I mean, most importantly, the refs didn't think he traveled.
Most importantly, it doesn't matter because they're not going to review it and play goes on. Can't change it.
If I see one more McDonald's burger on my screen, I'm gonna have to
You're
walk
gonna
out
get
right now.
McDonald's?
I'm so hungry. I'm
Have you
feeling
not
it.
eaten?
I had a veggie sandwich at like 5. It was delish.
I'm trying to find
But
this
I want a
comment.
burger now.
We've got
Yes.
George Bliss in the comments saying to
George
you.
Bliss is watching the show?
Yeah.
What's up,
You
Giorgio?
clearly know this. He said, you need to do this for the tennis Grand Slam events such as the U.S. Open. After all, you are a great tennis player.
Ah, George, thanks, buddy. Rafa Nadal,
Yeah.
getting it
They
done.
I think my take is they need to stop letting Rafa play in the French Open. It's unfair. It's won it 3 straight years. It's ridiculous.
12 times in
Yeah.
his career. I was driving yesterday. I was listening to tennis on the radio. That was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Forehand, backhand, oh!
Sounds like a dizzying experience.
All right, 95-93. As you see, Warriors by 2. Steve Kerr is lucky he did not get himself a technical foul right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he was out on the court. He was screaming at the referees.
I mean, half the team was on the court, too. I mean, I know that they just called timeout, but they were like trying to bulldoze the refs.
It's been a thing, always been a thing for the Warriors, right? That they lose composure.
I think they're very composed.
Well, I mean, they always seem to
They're
lead.
composed
Really,
in
only
pressure
one of their
moments.
players has been.
Really? Kevin Durant hasn't gotten a ton of technicals in his career. Draymond hasn't gotten a ton of technicals.
I think Kevin Durant's fairly
He picked,
tempered.
You don't remember
George
that-
Bliss says he'll send us a pizza.
Thanks, George.
He said text him the address.
We're eating healthy here, George. We're good. I was just kidding. I'm not hungry at all. I'm not going to McDonald's. I'm going to go home and
Eat a salad, probably.
I'll have a hard-boiled egg.
Ew.
That's so nasty.
What?
The hell?
Come on, Richard. You don't like my hard-boiled egg? Who doesn't like a good hard-boiled egg?
I like hard-boiled eggs, but like eating it, I just am picturing the entire scene of you eating a hard-boiled egg, like at
I
11
do-
o'clock
I
at
do
night,
not
like in
like
the dark,
hard-boiled
like just gross.
Why would he be eating it in the dark?
Exactly, it painted a very weird picture for me.
I'm gonna walk in, I'm gonna crack open that egg. I'm gonna put a little salt on there, maybe a little pepper.
Pepper, yes.
And I'm gonna have a moment.
Yes, he had a moment, and it's in the dark.
I eat
So,
hard-boiled eggs once a year.
Easter.
Yep.
Iggy on the drive. Iggy in the lane. Iggy,
Not
no
a great
good.
shot.
Iggy is really bad this series.
Kawhi the rebound. Kawhi thinking about a hard-boiled egg.
oh,
Kawhi
oh.
for 3.
Eggs.
Kawhi.
Onions.
Kawhi and Dine. They're up 1. The Raptors fans going nuts. First lead in all night? I want to say all night.
Yeah. Ooh.
Excuse
Ooh.
me. Step
No
for 3. No. Rebound Raptors.
I think the
Raptors,
momentum just switched.
big time. Kawhi looking for the kill. Kawhi goes.
comes.
Oh, waving
Here
the
comes
team
Robo
off.
Kawhi.
Robo
and he
Kawhi.
gets
Eggs.
Eggs.
I was just in the moment, and we were going
That
for the
escalated
championship.
hella fast.
98-95.
They came out of that timeout and said, "Give the damn ball to Kawhi and get out of his way."
In the post, Draymond throws his elbow into
They're
Kawhi.
they're not going away.
And
Warriors still here.
I like that play, Draymond. Get Get big.
Wow, you
98, 97.
struggling coming up with words.
This is where you just, it's all pure aggression right now.
Here we go.
And
Give
some
it
skill.
to the man. Give it to the board man.
Kawhi with Kawhi's trying to finish him. Finish him, Kawhi.
Go to your finishing move.
Is it apple time?
Kawhi over Boogie for 3. Oh my God!
God.
Eggs.
Onions.
Big onions. Large onions.
Huge onions.
You guys don't know what that means. Okay.
I've got my own definition, apparently.
Yeah, you do. We'll talk about that after the show.
Chuck Swirsky loves a good onions. Onions. Chuck Swirsky's a radio play-by-play guy. Used to be for the Raptors. One of the great Raptor announcers of all time. Now works for the Bulls. 3 ball for Kawhi. Bang, bang. That was a replay. Settle down, Carm. Here comes Steph. Steph double team. Steph for Boogie. Boogie for Iggy.
Iggy doesn't want to shoot, but he does anyway.
Ooh.
Short off the rim.
The Hall of Famer hits the front of the rim from 15.
Mad Titan in the comment says, disperse the bandwagon. It was just really funny and I needed to read that out loud.
H.H. Chanel eats eggs every morning. I'm with you. So do I. Go late night too.
Protein.
Kawhi in the lane. Kawhi good.
Full game.
Woo. Oh, Kawhi's trying to finish Golden State.
3, 6,
It's a finals
7,
MVP
8.
right
Was that a
there.
10-0 run, an individual 10-0 run by himself? Reminds me of my one Luka Doncic who went on a 10-0 run, but we don't need to talk about that.
3 ball for Steph, front of the rim. By the way, my vision of 92 and Jordan, this is exactly what's happening with
Wow.
Kawhi right now. I actually think.
No timeout by Steve Kerr.
Pretty high praise.
No timeout by Steve Kerr.
Who's calling? The
Timeout by Steve
Raptors
Kerr.
want time? Okay. Maybe just get Kawhi up low. He's the sucking win.
I want to see more Drake.
I want to see less of Drake until they present the trophy and he's on
Is
stage.
he going to be on the court?
He 100% is going to be in camera shot, standing next to Kawhi, making all sorts of facial expressions, yelling absurd things with a hat, championship hat on, a piece of the net tied in it, with a shirt on, everything. He probably has shoes specifically already made for this occasion that he's going to slip into once the
I feel
final
he
buzzer
should just
sounds.
drop like a mixtape inspired by his finals team.
He said that he wants to create a song and use the cover art of Kawhi. Bless you, Richard.
Thank you.
Hitting that game-winning shot against Philly. He said, I'm just inspired to make a song just so I can use that as a cover art.
Like the moment with Joel Embiid looking up
with
at
Kawhi,
it. And,
no, with Kawhi squatting. That shot.
but like,
Well, yes.
yeah, they're all in. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I can't remember which teammate, but the one teammate like hand on the shoulder.
Yeah, he
right?
wants to make a song just so he can use that as the cover art.
James Harden without a beard, very
James Harden
alarming
as a child
sight.
is very unsettling. Oh, they put Dirk in this commercial.
Aw.
What? I didn't know that.
Ooh.
Benny.
And then they showed Ben Simmons and Trae Young. One's a Rookie of the Year. There's the Rookie of the Year.
The next chapter starts here. 2019 NBA Draft, Thursday, June 20th. We'll have a ton of coverage for you on FanSided. By the way, feel free to subscribe. We love it. We appreciate it. So you know when we're going live. And Jasmyn, why don't you tell everybody how they can go and get some swag from the NBA Finals this year with 10% off at our swag shop.
Yeah, you can go to swag.fansided.com, use the promo code NBA Finals. That'll get you 10% off at swag.fansided.com. There is no minimum purchase. There is no limit to how many times you can use this coupon. So you can go on there, buy a grip of shirts, a grip of hats, sweatshirts, hoodies,
That shirt, that poster,
the
that's falling
poster,
off.
the mugs.
So much cool stuff.
Anything.
Get in there. Swag.fansided.com.
Isn't your face on one of these shirts?
Promo. My
It's
face
about to be.
we're trying to get that done.
It's
Use
not
that code NBA Finals. 10% off. So basically, you're getting some free shipping here. You're getting we only have a couple more minutes left here in the NBA Finals, seemingly. So get in there and get yourself something cool for your summer. And we'll be back
or a
around.
gift for somebody. Great.
It is
Father's
Father's Day this
Day.
weekend.
Yes.
Father's Day. So there you go.
Or just treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Get yourself some love. We got something for basically every team. All of it's going on. You're taking screenshots of what's over.
Nothing. It doesn't need to be. I don't need to blast someone on the
Okay.
stream.
Okay.
One of us?
No. I would have already brought it out. No, someone slid into my DMs that didn't need to.
Whoa.
Game changer.
FanSided, are you the guy in the left typing in chats? No, we are not. That
Who's
would
on
That
the
would be
left?
Richard.
Richard Kim.
What's up? Who wants to fight? Expert?
Expert.
What's
yeah.
up, dude? Come at me.
Richard doing wonders on those keys back there. Just hear him just typing away as he types.
Do the Warriors have one more push in them? It doesn't feel like it, but
That
Still
man
3
looks
minutes
drunk
left.
back there in his blue blazer.
There's more than enough time, that's for sure.
Freddie V, is he going to hit a big shot over Quinn
From
Cook?
right there.
They got to
Do
get a
it.
stop. Kawhi
behind
around
the
the back.
back.
Kawhi in the lane.
What?
Kawhi, ridiculous fadeaway.
Oh,
Air
air
ball.
ball. Damn, that would have been beautiful.
That was
That was New Balance commercial 2020
Yes.
right there, by the way.
that was too tall even for Kawhi. That was a force, is what that was.
Maybe a year from now.
Could be a year from now.
Yeah.
We'll work on that shot in the summer. Clay up top, shooting a three to make it a
no.
one-possession game, and he's got it.
Man.
Clay Thompson.
Silence the crowd for just a moment.
Never say die, Clay. 103-100. Come on, Golden State. Shock the world.
23 points by Clay. He's done everything he needs to do tonight.
6 of 12 from the three-point line.
Give it to the board man.
Marc Gasol looking for Kawhi.
Kawhi's trying to break free. Oh, and
Lowry
then
open
they leave it wide
three.
open.
No. Rebound to the Warriors. Here comes Steph. Can tie it with the three.
Everybody
Steph.
find your man.
Steph for three for the tie.
Nobody got
Breathing.
Boogie on the
Oh!
That's cylinder
Ooh.
violation.
Oh, man. Give Boogie that point. That's jacked.
Tip dunk.
Boo.
Boogie waved
Trash.
off in the cylinder.
And we are
Trash.
down to a minute 59 left.
That rule should be.
That was beautiful. I want to see that on replay 5,000 times. That's trash.
That's
That was
That's
also
a
a
clean
terrible
shot.
call. Terrible call.
Wait, it's under 2 minutes. They can review that.
His hand was way out of the cylinder.
Trash call. Give him his points so I can use that for a highlight.
They're showing if the ball's got to be out of the cylinder.
Terrible call. Is that what the
It's
call
the
was?
ball. Yeah.
It
It's
is,
the-
though.
From that one angle.
I thought it was just their hand that had to be out.
No, one angle it looks like it was out.
That
of the,
angle, it doesn't look like it.
But the close underneath the bucket angle, it looks like.
Okay, but can we talk about the lift
See this.
that Boogie got on that, though?
That was good lift for Boog. This rule, by the way, internationally you can do that. Mm-hmm. And it should that rule should be in the NBA. That if you can get up there and tip the ball in, even if it's on the rim, I think it should count.
Thank you. I 100% agree.
And so and exactly for reasons like that, where it is too, it's impossible to know exactly where that was. It was.
Well, I don't think they have enough evidence to overturn it anyway. So,
They're
oh,
looking.
this is gonna take 30 minutes.
Yep.
Love it.
This is where we bring in our next
Everybody
topic.
get comfortable.
I mean, I'm giving that to Boogie just for the effort, but we'll see what the officials do here. Boogster.
Generally, I don't think they factor.
Let's
in
try and do a
effort on these
reenactment.
things.
Get that ball there. I'll be the hoop.
Okay.
Here's the hoop.
Reenactment. Oh, you're the hoop.
I'm the hoop.
Am I? You're the hoop. I'm
You're
Boogie.
the ball?
Boogie.
I'm Boogie. I'm Boogie.
Yes.
Ball.
That's legal, right?
Oh,
Looks legal.
I don't know.
I think it's legal.
It was right there. You can't really see it. That sucks.
Look legal to me.
I would have given it to him.
Let good things happen to DeMarcus Cousins. Damn it.
They are showing it over and over
The same
and
two
over
angles.
and over and over again. Look, the ball did not touch the rim. Give him the bucket. If it was on the rim, I would get it. They waved it off. They're not counting it.
Poor Boog.
Yeah. I didn't think they were going to give it to him, even though it would have been sweet if they gave it to him.
Still a lot of time left. Still 2 minutes. Literally, minute 59.
Boogie smiling, Clay smiling, Boogie saying, I think that's probably was an F-bomb, but regardless. All right, the Raptors could use a stop. 1:55 to go. The Warriors could use a stop. Raptors the basketball. Kawhi up top. Kawhi around a Gasol screen. Kawhi getting held, no call.
He's trying to get that switch, and they were not letting that happen.
Lowry now going to work on Iguodala. You got to like this matchup if you're the Warriors.
Whoa,
Lowry
Iggy.
by him.
Lowry goes by, but
Oh,
then
no.
throws it
Terrible
into the
pass.
backcourt. That's a turnover, baby.
Uncle Mark, man, he's too slow.
I'm up here for more basketball. Let's go.
Joshua Wilson Valdez says, Josh, get off your phone.
You know who that is?
Who?
Joshua Wilson Valdez says, Josh, get off your phone.
No
Right
clue
at
who
you,
that
buddy.
is.
That's weird.
All right.
I feel like I'm in us right now.
Draymond up top. Draymond for
Is that
on
my
your
tethered
phone.
person?
Steph for
I
three in the
was, but-
tie. He's got it.
Tie.
Steph Curry
Game.
off
Steph
a down
Curry.
screen.
We threw it up on the screen.
Bang.
That's creepy.
Last 6 points scored by the Warriors. Kawhi for three. Kawhi, short.
Shouldn't have taken that
Rebound.
shot.
Warriors, Steph the basketball,
Tied
105.
That was a bad shot. He did not need to take that. It's a tie game. You didn't need to take that shot, Kawhi.
Steph for
Oh,
Iggy, for
no.
Draymond, for Clay.
Nobody wants to
Three
shoot.
ball. Good! Klay Thompson, 9 in a row for the Warriors. Never say die. The champs will not go down. Wow. That is a big-time shot and great ball movement by Golden State. Woof! Ooh, Steph between the legs, around the back. Iggy,
Damn.
Draymond. Oh,
Just amazing.
Oh,
Wow.
Kawhi goes flying by. Bang. That's not how you close out Kawhi. You know better.
Amazing ball movement.
Jonas Jerebko off the bench, jumping into
The
Kawhi.
first time he's stepped on the court tonight.
Leads and
folks.
chest bumps tonight.
Kevin Durant on his way to the hospital. Oh, the drama.
What a night.
You gotta love it, baby. Here we go. All right, so Channing Frye tweeting, "God damn, Kawhi is in
God
some
damn.
time of zone." Oh, that was 8 minutes ago.
Oh, literally, because it has not happened recently. Well, no matter how this game ends, hell of a game.
Yes, this is some good basketball right now. I'm
Connor
counting down.
Svoboda. No, I will not stop ringing the bell. Get over it.
Give it a ring. Yeah.
I'll ding to that.
That was, I mean, first of all, Steph off a down screen. Van Fleet can't get to him, nails the three. And he does the standard. Steph. And then tremendous patience by Clay with the up fake, lets Kawhi go by, bangs down a three. 106, 103. Plenty of time here. 56.1.
What do we think?
Needless to say, the Raptors need a bucket right now.
I think I think you give it to Lowry.
I mean, I'm running some pick and roll just like they're running. Gasol down the lane.
Oh.
Gasol gets
Oh,
cracked. No
wow.
foul.
No foul
No
call.
foul. That's terrible. Gasol got hammered. The Warriors
Yeah,
got the
that's-
rebound.
that's
the
pretty
Warriors
bad.
have the basketball. Double team to the backcourt. Draymond in
Don't
the front
foul.
court.
Just don't.
And they're going to call.
Backcourt violation on
Wow.
the Warriors.
Over it.
Oh, my.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it
Yep.
is.
It's a good
Yep.
call.
It is.
It's a
Yep.
good call.
Hell of a call. Wow.
No,
They want,
do not
they want it
replay
to be
this.
reviewed.
Thank you.
It's not reviewed.
Wow. His foot went over the line.
Yeah,
but
that's a
it is
clear.
where the ball is, but okay. Lowry had
Don't
a three.
shoot a
Doesn't
three.
want to shoot it. Layup on the glass.
Goaltending?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be a goaltend on Boogie as the ball was on the glass. 1
Did-
point
yep.
game, 29.9. Okay. I don't think you're going to foul. Yeah, that ball is clearly off the window. That's the right call.
Nice try, Boogie, but no cigar.
Do you foul here, or do you? They're going to look at this one. No, this should not be a long replay. Do you foul here with 5 seconds difference?
No.
Yeah. No.
I think he plays staunch defense. I mean, you just caused a backcourt violation on them. I don't think you foul.
I think you definitely
I mean,
try
they're
and
going to, but
try and close out the
is why I
three-point
don't
line and
coach.
force him to 2, so you can be within at least a possession and have 4 seconds to create something. Yeah, I did that math
you
right.
try and force
boy,
turnover.
oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, Boogie, you did that one.
106, 105. They now have 30.4
If
on the
Raptors
clock.
pull this off, what a hell of a way to win your championship in this situation.
they
Got to do it
don't-
dramatically.
And if they don't, you got to be sick.
I mean, it wasn't like they played well all game anyway, so
No, but they were up 6. I mean, I guess.
that Kawhi
Yeah, but
three
that
though,
was all off of one guy's back.
that Kawhi three that he took though with
Yeah.
he shouldn't have taken that shot. That was
Here
a
we
bad
go.
shot.
6 seconds difference, roughly. Shot clock to game clock.
Oh,
Warriors the
stressful.
basketball.
So
Draymond
stressful.
for Iggy, guarded by Kawhi all the way up top. 6 seconds difference. Oh my God, they're going to
Foul
call
on
offensive foul on
Golden
Boogie.
State. My lord.
Whoa.
What a terrible sequence of events for Boogie down the stretch.
That eye roll.
If Kawhi hits a jumper to win this thing,
Everyone's crying. Not me, but everybody in that arena is crying.
ooh, I don't know, man. Van Fleet was grabbing Steph. I would just let that go. Referees.
I think the refs don't want to be in Oracle on Thursday.
Yeah, they're done.
Boogie not happy with that call, which is no surprise. All right, here we go. 15.7. The Raptors trying to win an NBA championship
God.
right here. Van
Oh my
Fleet
God.
in the front court. Van Fleet, they're trying to get it to
Oh my
Kawhi.
God.
Clay's all over him. Clay Kawhi's got it against Clay. 6 seconds.
I'm
Kawhi
stressed.
for an NBA title.
I'm stressed.
Kawhi double team
my
to
God.
Van Fleet. This is not what you wanted. Open 3 for Lowry for the championship.
Wow,
No
what a
good.
terrible shot.
And we are going to Game 6. The Golden State Warriors have come down from 6 late, and we are going back to Oracle.
What a terrible
The
shot.
Raptors walk off. Boogie just fiercely walking off the court. I can't believe they made Kawhi give it up.
I can't believe, wow. What a terrible. Why is the ball out of his hands? You take Clay.
You go. Oh. Did
I think Draymond got some of that.
Did Draymond get a piece of that?
Yeah.
Wow. They're going home, man. Series not over. So much for the Raptors in 5. Carm. And they're
We're
going nuts
going
at
back to Oracle.
Wow, heart of a champion.
And that will officially be the last game in Oracle ever.
Yes, it will.
Heart of a champion, man.
They are shook in Toronto.
I feel physically sick right
Honestly,
now.
look, man, they did not play a good game at all.
Yeah, I mean,
So
they
I'm not
really
surprised.
shouldn't have been anywhere close to winning this.
No.
A lot of things were off for the Raptors tonight. One of the big
There are
things,
people-
obviously, is Kawhi was
There are
just
people
not
literally
in his
crying.
game.
You guys are still up 3-2, by the way. I know that you guys are Canadian, but if you're not aware of how it works, you still only have to win one game. So
Yeah, but against this team, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't feel safe to hold this 3-2 lead right now.
no, I know. One of my questions that I meant to ask tonight was, what's more likely to happen? The Raptors win in 5, or actually lose in 7?
Well,
Might be losing in 7.
Carm original pick, Raptors at 7. Let's throw that one up there right now. This is
Which original?
man, oh man. Honestly, all I'm thinking about right
some
now.
some tough plays down the stretch by Toronto. For me, it started with that 3 that Kawhi took and was not a great shot. I think there was maybe 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
Took a 3, it turned into a Klay Thompson 3.
Right in the middle of that, Kawhi going off on his own little run there. I think I'd have to go back and look, but I think the Raptors took that timeout. That's a really weird thing to do when you have one of your players, especially
Going
Kawhi,
off,
on
yeah.
a run like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when the momentum switched. You gave the Warriors the time to regroup and get back at it.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line though, look, the Raptors had a 6-point lead late, and the Warriors scored 9 in a row. Huge threes by Steph, by Clay, and I think was it 2 by Steph? I think it was 2 by Clay actually.
Yeah, I think it was 2 by Klay.
You're down 6. You're on the road. Kevin Durant has left the arena. You have every reason to fold up the shop, and these guys came back and hit enormous shots and end up pulling it out. And the series is, This is just, I mean, it's an enormously impressive win.
He's been here and there throughout the series, up and down, but Danny Green, 4 points tonight, 0-4 from beyond the arc. He's got to be there more than that. Pascal also 0-4. The Raptors in general, Kyle Lowry 1 from 6. Raptors in general from beyond the arc, just 25%. It's not going to get it done.
I wanted to see Drake's reaction. Did he leave already? Hey, man, if you're the Raptors, I know this sucks because you wanted to celebrate on your home floor, but trust me, you do not want to force a Game 7, so the best case scenario is you winning in 6 and celebrating in Oakland.
And you get a parade. You can celebrate there.
Yeah.
And everybody can be there. It's not just those who have a ticket.
Yeah. So, I mean, this was an odd game basically because you had Kevin Durant coming back off an injury. He played really well to start. He goes out. And then since then, everyone kind of assumed, well, it's the Raptors to lose, and they definitely lost it because they never got into a groove after that moment. It never felt like they were going, to me at least, I said that the Warriors were going to win this game, but it never felt like they got a foothold on this game at all.
I mean, in the fourth quarter, it was, I mean, Kawhi went nuts. He had a 2-point shot to make it a 92-91 game with 6:54 to go. Draymond comes back, hits a 3-pointer. That was a huge shot, 95-91. Then Kawhi sets up Norman Powell for a dunk, which was the crazy walking play, 95-93. Then Kawhi hits a 26-footer, 96-95. Then he makes a sweet move in the lane, 8-footer, 98-95. Then he hits another three-pointer, 101-97. Then he hits a 16-foot pull-up, 103-97 with 3:28 to go. Clay a 25-footer, 103-100. Steph a 25-footer, 103-103. Clay a 25-footer, 106-103 with a minute to go. Lowry a driving layup, and that's how it ends, 106-105, with Lowry getting his three-pointer partially blocked at the horn.
You said that, and I felt like this was completely accurate, that the Raptors just never got a foothold here. And I think the Warriors came out really hot because of Kevin Durant. And even though he was only there for a little bit, that kind of went throughout the entire game, that they just had this momentum rolling and they were feeling good and things were opening up for them, and it kind of just felt easy for them.
And if you're Raptors fans, don't stress out about this, mainly because Kawhi played the worst game of the finals series, and they still only lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
I can't tell Raptors fans to not stress. You all should stress.
You should not be stressed. You're still up 3-2. You're probably not going to play against a team that has Kevin Durant on it. So, yes, it's an Oracle, and it's a tough place to be, but you just won 2 games there. So, don't stress about that.
Worst case scenario is Game 7's on your home floor,
Yeah,
which
that
isn't
to
ideal.
me is if
but
you
it's,
lose Game 6, obviously, then you need to stress out about it. Obviously, it's at home, but it's way more stressful. I think that Kawhi's not going to have a repeat situation of that.
No. If anything, it's going to motivate him.
Yeah, he shot 9 of 24 from the field. Like, that's terrible. He had 26 points at the rest, to end the night, and his fourth quarter was good, but they pulled him out.
How many turnovers did he have? Like
he had
5?
5 turnovers
Yeah.
to end the game. You're not going to get another performance that poor from Kawhi.
No.
So I think we expect to see him in a Game 6 come back, probably have a big game. I don't expect it to be close in that game based off of how poorly Kawhi played. I think he goes in from the jump and tries to, step on their necks and not let up.
Yeah.
I don't want to overstate what coaches do in a game, but I'm just thinking back to what was going on here. There was a very odd timeout called by Nick Nurse while the Raptors were on that run.
Yeah.
It lets things settle down. All the momentum was flowing with Toronto. He calls timeout, and the Raptors end up having the final push here.
And that's one of those things where it's just lack of experience as someone who's never been to the finals as a coach. Don't call a timeout there.
Yeah.
That was a bad look on him.
Well, I don't even think, maybe the moment got to him, but I don't even think that's something you need finals experience to know not to do. When you're on a run,
it's a situational moment. I don't know. It's an elimination game. I think it was just a lot this
but
isn't a regular season game.
He's coached other teams, and I feel like even in a regular season game, when it's on the line.
But he hasn't coached in an NBA Finals. He's coached at the G League level. It's not playing in front of a packed stadium.
Yeah, and to an extent, the lack of experience has kind of helped him, and he's kind of done some things that maybe are considered unconventional, and he's had the guts to do that, and maybe that was coming back to bite him there.
Yeah.
Well, team, that is a final, and that is a wrap. 106-105. The Golden State Warriors survive on the road in a incredible Game 5 with Kevin Durant playing, getting injured, now in all likelihood, overwhelmingly likelihood, done for the series. But the Warriors are not. Still alive and going home for a Thursday night game. 2 days off. Mm-hmm. Everyone's going to be rested, and our guy, Brandon Jefferson, is going to be wearing velvet.
Yes, he will.
On Thursday night, as he had his tux on tonight, so to speak. And Thursday night he'll be wearing.
Can't wait.
So we're back here on Thursday night. That is 9 Eastern, 8 o'clock Central tip. I've got a 93-year-old father who's got a great Father's Day planned on Sunday.
Yeah, so finish this up.
I wouldn't mind if the Raptors close it out in 6. Yeah. But we'll see. Long way to go here in what's been an incredible series of ebbs and flows now.
I'm sweating because it is hot as hell in here.
Yeah, we will, for you, Jasmyn Wimbish, and you, New Jersey Net, Brooklyn Net, Josh Wilson, FS. My name is Mark Carman. For our main man, Richard, living the dream, getting it done. There he is for you. We will see you on Thursday night. The Golden State Warriors stay alive, 106-105. Have a great rest of your night.